What up, everybody? Welcome to another 505 interview series. Big D coming at you from the 505 Summer Lounge, aka the Sweatshop. It is a hot day today. Not something used to this late in October, but you know what? I'll take it because beggars can't be choosers. So I want to welcome everybody. I've got a great show tonight. Got one of just the coolest dudes out there. Super glad that I got to meet this guy, became friends with this guy. He is the total vibe. But before we bring him on, we got to pay some bills. Reminder that all October long over at Zyphy Cigar Accessories, they are running their fall sale. Are you in the mood for, or are you in the need for a new lighter, cutter, humidor, travel door? They got you covered. If you get on over to their Amazon store or their website, zyphycigaraccessory.com, they will have what you need all month long. And if you buy off the website, make sure you use promo code 505CR. That'll save you some coinage already off of the discounted rate that you're getting on your accessories. I am in love with this V-cut combo lighter. This thing, I can't get enough of it. So, if it's getting to be that time and you're like, man, I need a new cutter, need a new lighter, remember Zyphy Cigar Accessory and zyphycigaraccessory.com. Promo code 505CR will save you some coinage. And pinned in the YouTube comment section, I've got my link tree in there. Go take advantage of all the other discounts that are offered by my other sponsors and preferred retail partners. They're taking care of you guys by offering you, cigars at discounted rates already. So take advantage of it. Go support my advertisers, my sponsors, and my preferred retail shops because they all help basically keep the show moving. All right. So my guest tonight, promoter, influencer, entrepreneur into a lot of different things. He is adding a twist and spin to the cigar culture that I think is cool and fun, and it adds I think it's a much needed breath of fresh air. I've known about him for a while. Finally got to meet him last year in Vegas at TPE, and we just kind of clicked, and just that vibe, boom, hit. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Bring on our guest, the one, the only Strawberry Shortcake Cigar Rockstar.
Hey, hey, hey! I'm not Strawberry Shortcake no more, man. That washed out a couple cycles ago, bro. A couple cycles ago.
You're always going to be Strawberry Shortcake to me.
Hey, you must be my junior then, cause you got a little ginger vibe to you, bro. You got a little ginger vibe to you.
Only in the beard. Only in the beard.
Hey, we twinning, man. We twinning. We Strawberry Shortcake twins. I don't got a beard. I got a top. Yeah.
Well, glad to have you on, man. I've been a big fan of you and what you've done for a while. Super glad to finally get to meet you in person. And you are even cooler than you were advertised watching your social media content, man. Super chill, down to earth, man. And I love what you do out there for the culture and the community. And I think that you've really put a great spin on trying to have fun and do something different with cigar parties that, not the same old. So
I feel you, man. I appreciate that, man. Man, it sounds cliche, it sounds niche or whatever, but it is really all about the leaf for me, man. It's been many years. I tried to meet you, man. I finally bumped into you in Vegas. I will say, I haven't done a Whiskey Wednesday in a while, but when I was doing them, I looked up to you. I looked at the Puff Sip chat. I took some notes from Barrels and Leaves. There's a few other people. Whenever Jahar for Cigar Table Talk was doing his, I took some notes from him. But definitely, man, you guys encouraged me and motivated me, man, to just smoke and have a good time and have some chats.
That's right. We got let's see, Silk the Cigar Brother. Welcome, bro. Glad to see you.
Yes, sir. What up? What up, Silk? He's a well-dressed brother. He's a well-dressed brother. You guys got to follow Silk. He's well dressed.
I noticed that Instagram stalking his page earlier today. I'm like, damn, all right.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Man, he likes a lot of my pictures, man. He shouts me out, type thing. I love the support still gives me, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. It doesn't go unnoticed. Man, you ever get so much support like you don't know how to say thank you? Like just thank you isn't good enough, and that's how I feel about a lot of people, man. Like I really appreciate it, but the words thank you ain't good enough.
You know, um, it still floors me that 5 years later, the amount of support from the community, from those original few OGs, when I
Yeah,
had nobody and nobody was liking before I even did video content. It was just didn't put my ugly mug out there. It was just a picture of the cigar and now smoking, and the select few people are like, oh, that's cool, I like that, and share my stuff. Well, thank you. And yeah, I get you, and I just don't feel like it goes unnoticed. And I always try and do something special for some of these OG people that have been around for a while, that
hmm
still
hmm
try and share, that still share my stuff, share my content. And it doesn't go unnoticed. I see it, man. And I'm always trying to, like, dude, shoot me your address, man. I want to send you some stuff. I
yeah,
want to
for sure.
thank you, man. I want to thank
I've done
you.
it as well. So Danny, has the pictures evolved since you started? Are they still like this? Has the pictures evolved?
Yes, I put this mug in my face, or I put this mug in the picture. So now you get to see that, and then you get to see this. We all know you care about this, but unfortunately, this is attached to
Now you got to care about that for sure.
it. Let's see, Mario
Sure.
here, Stogie Life from Chicago here and supporting Rockstar is the truth. Yes, he
Man,
is.
Mario, much love to you, man. So Mario was down here last weekend. He did his 200th event. He came from Chicago, brought some people. It's called Black Havana. He did his 200th event down here in Dallas, and it was a phenomenal time. It was a phenomenal time for sure.
So,
Chicago rolls heavy, man. Chicago,
oh
they
yeah, Chicago rolls. Yeah, Chicago's got a great,
yeah,
great, great cigar culture out there.
yes,
And
they do.
um giving back, one of the big things that I tell a lot of people, I go, the Chicago crew during the lockdown was out there making food and delivering them out to the schools for the kids who that's their only meal they get in. With schools closed, they weren't getting any food, so these
Yeah.
kids could have something to eat. Yeah, you don't see other communities out there, other social community groups out there do stuff like that. You see that
Yeah.
all the time in the cigar culture, that because that's
Mm-hmm.
we take care of everybody, we take care of each other, self, and same thing when somebody in the community dies, even though we've never met them, we don't know who they are. It's a huge loss because we're a
Yep.
small community.
Yep, for sure, man. So that's one thing I really love about the cigar community, and that's one thing I do myself, man. Since you said it's all about rocks all night, let me plug a couple of things I got going on. So every time at least most of the time when I do an event or whatever I'm connected to, I always try to connect to a charity. Usually my charity of choice is the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Dallas, the Boys and Girls Club. I've had a upbringing that was similar to a lot of people, social and economic status low. So I grew up going to the Boys and Girls Club, like after school, on the weekends, like all that during summer, all of that, man. So it really affected me. I really felt like it was a direct impact on the success I have today. So Boys and Girls Club is definitely a charity I try to get back to almost every event. This year though, Sarah, right? Smoking Sarah.
Yes.
Yep, she got Purple Tober. So I am I'm an entrepreneur, like you said. I came out with a lipstick brand. Of course, it's about Cigar RockStar, Cigar RockStar. I got a Rockstar Red. I got a Royal Purple. So I bought 5 lipsticks from the Cigar RockStar brand, and I sold them all, and I'm donating 100% of the charity to Purple Tober. So man, cigar smoke give back, man, and I always try to. It's very important to me, and I love it. I love it.
That's
I love it.
awesome. Love it. So I know you from your promoting side of the culture for parties and events. Now, where did that start for you? That I can go and throw a banger out there by just having fun and being me.
Man, you know what? I don't know. So of course, during COVID, a lot of Cigar World changed a lot. That's when I started Whiskey Wednesday, the YouTube channel. I started Cigar RockStar TV, Whiskey Wednesday. I started that, and it kind of grew from there, man. And it's just me. Smoking is a hobby of mine. You know, I got a 9 to 5. I love what I do, and smoking is a hobby. And during the pandemic, everything was shut down, so I still wanted to be social. I still wanted to interact. I still want to learn these brands. I still wanted to help other people out. So I started then, and it kind of grew from there, man. I guess people like my personality, they like the way I dress. Maybe some ladies might like my smile. You know, I, I don't know, man. It just kind of grew from there. And one thing I've always brought to be, and I've just been myself. Man. It's as tough of a pill I am to swallow for some people a lot of the time. I don't let that change me. I try to keep good heart, good morals, good character, and I just try to stay me all the time, man. And some people are drawn to that. So I really love that, man. I really love that. I inspire a lot of people.
Oh, look at who decided to show up. The king of the schmedium, Chevalier.
Chevalier, what up, bro? Chevalier, that's my guy, man. Fellow veteran too, fellow Marine,
That's right, fellow Marine. We're gonna see if the Marine Spidey senses go off and Bob the cigar guy shows up, because he tends to show up unannounced every time I have a veteran on the show. It's like his that senses goes off. He's like, I felt the presence of a veteran.
That's right.
That's Chevalier, the king of the schmedium and women's pants. Make sure you go and get your Chevalier lifestyle, digging into his wife's closet gear.
I'm laughing, but Chevalier's my guy. Chevalier's my guy.
Chevalier.
Yeah, for sure.
I love Chevalier, man. I had him on, and man, we were on for almost 3 hours the night he was on, because we got in there, we got deep, on a lot, and we spent about an hour and a half talking about men's mental health.
Yeah,
and we had a great time on there. Now I've had him on my show. That fool has 47 shows, and he's never asked me to be on any one of them.
Hey, at least I beat him to the punch. You really can't say nothing about me, dog. Yeah, at least I beat him to the punch. No, he's a man. He's a busy guy, man, and especially, man, he's making waves, making real. He rocks with Fuente hard. A lot of high cats on the industry really rock with him. He's barely much about the culture, man, and he loves his jazz, and I rock with Chevalier 100%.
I love Chevalier. The vibe that he has, just he's one of the cool dudes, and I can get past the fact that he took getting in her pants literally by wearing her pants. I can get past that.
Hey, I can't talk, man. My fashion is all over the place. So
I know. But now you see,
I rock whatever.
Look, he put this comment in here that he learned from you. Okay. Now I've noticed that he's becoming more thirst trappy with his posts out there. All right. He's like, well, if it works for Rockstar, here I'm gonna go on ahead and you know what? Here's my Hoochie Daddy shorts, cigar, and shirtless. And I'm like, man, why does it look like you still got a medium-sized shirt on shirtless?
Yeah. The one in the backyard. Yeah. Yes. Hey, I mean, he's doing his thing though. I think I believe I can't say he's middle 50s. He's a handsome old man, if I will say.
Yeah.
And he rocks what he rocks.
Miss Amber, welcome. Glad to see you.
Yeah, what's up, Amber? For sure.
Yeah, I rock. You're never gonna get that down, man. He's 56. Okay, 56. You look good for 56.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to work on more age-appropriate clothing for you instead of, a 21-year-old just fresh out of college look.
I mean, come on, hey Danny, all you guys are t-shirt and jeans though, man. You basic right there, bro. You got to set the game up a little bit.
I'm not basic, man. I got the cool logo tees like the Rick and Morty shirt.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Right. That is cool. That's cool.
I have a hat. I have I have 572 hats. I've got a hat that matches any outfit I wear.
Like serious? Like
Yes,
five
I
seventy?
have
Like that's a real
573
number.
hats. And
What?
anywhere and any combination of outfit I wear, I got a hat to match it.
Oh, I can't even say nothing. I have nowhere near that. Now the rest of my closet is sick though. I'm pretty embarrassed to say, but the hat game, I'm not. I'm nowhere
I
in the
you know,
fives.
there's a couple things I take I take pride with. One, my hat game and the beard. Other than that, the rest is, eh.
How long you been? How long you been growing your beard? You ever been ball face?
When I was like 18 was the last time that I was like clean shaven.
I thought you were gonna say eight. I was like, what?
I've looked like this since I was 14, but 18, my mom, for my senior pictures, my mom wanted me to be clean shaven for the pictures. So
Mm-hmm.
I shaved, and that was the last time I shaved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think, man, I think so I heard something by there's a pretty good podcast group here in Dallas. They're called um what are they called? Oh, I can't remember. A couple of brothers right here in Dallas. The Vision Lab podcast, and they do well, and they always give great advice. And the one thing that I think his name Mo, as Mo and Cup, I believe Mo said it. He said we all are molded by either it's called the three E's: our experience, our exposure, or like expectations or something like that, or education. Education. And when he said that, I was like, oh, that makes 100% sense. 100% sense. So my background made me who I am today, or your background who made you who you are today, but we're still together as people, even though we have a different experience, exposure, and education. So those are the three things they said to me, and I'll never forget it, man. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, there's, I try to learn from everybody that I meet, and because I feel like if I could take one thing away from every person I meet, you know, and learn from it, and just be like, okay, I learned this from you today, and
Yeah.
incorporate that in my life. I don't. It makes me feel good about myself,
Mm-hmm.
because I think I'm kind of carrying on a bit more of of everybody's traits and personalities in with my own.
Yeah, for sure. I know exactly what you mean. What are you smoking tonight, Danny?
I am smoking the roller from Linga Cigars.
Oh, I haven't had that.
Yes. So I haven't had it either. So this is the first.
I'm smoking this one. Another guy in Dallas is called Our Kingdom Cigar Company. You should look him up, man. He got a pretty good product. I don't know the history of the background of it. I know you got a certain, vetting process for you and on the show and all that. But he did give. I bought a couple, and he gave me a couple more. And Our Kingdom Cigars out of Dallas. Thank you. Yes, I do need that.
I will check them out. What's up, T Talks? Good to see you. Well, you guys got the
Right.
chat hopping. Love it. Love seeing that.
They're, Vision Lab. Yeah, that's right. They go Shivai. Yeah, Vision Lab podcast. Mo and Cut.
Vision Lab. Okay, there you go.
Pretty good guys.
I don't know. I think somebody said something nice about me. Yes. There we go, from Leper. Yeah. Most handsome. You ain't basic. Thank you.
I didn't. I didn't mean to be offensive by that. I just mean for me and my fashion, a regular T-shirt with some jeans on. That's a little plain for me. That's all. That's all.
Oh, T Talks. It's RS. Okay, good to see you.
Rolling sticks in the building. Oh,
Yeah. All right, RS. Leper's chalk. I love chalk.
oh man, yeah, sure. Chalk, Auntie, you everything, Auntie. Appreciate you. You and Lone Wolf. You and Wolfie.
I know. They're
Love
the.
y'all.
I
Love
know.
y'all.
I can't wait for that wedding. It'll get lit.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Hey, Danny, man, what's going on next week, man? You coming through? I know the birthday's
I don't
coming
know.
up. I offered you
I know. And then you get that fundage issue.
I get you. I get you. I wish I can help out with that,
I
but
get that
it's
fundage.
coming along.
I'm not ruling it out, but I'm gonna try, Now, I'd love to do it. It's my birthday weekend. It would be a lot
I was
of
gonna,
fun.
I was gonna say if you can pull up for the weekend, so Friday, man. So of course, second annual Cigar Rocktober starts next week, the 25th and 29th. I haven't advertised like I did last year for certain reasons. I promise you, there are good reasons, and I promise you, if you can rock with me, it's gonna be a good time. But if you can make it in for the weekend, Danny, the Friday night is gonna be at the strip club. It's called Matrix Gentleman Club. It is Black Lingerie Night. I got a couple Rocktober specials going on. Of course, vendors there. Absolute Cigar is going to be vending. She is the most nicest, most beautiful sister Leaf that I believe is out of Dallas. I'll have, of course, a lipstick available for females to purchase. We're gonna have some wax candles for purchase. The food vendors there, of course, full bar. Get your VIP tables, all that, man. But Friday is gonna be it's gonna be a popping night, man. If you can make it through, I got a couple birthday lap dances for you, bro. Not from me, but I will purchase them for you.
Why would I want them then if I don't get them from you?
Come on, bro. It's gonna be a good time. Saturday, Kunoma Cigar Lounge. His name is Tommy Black. Owner name is Tommy Black. He is doing a denim Dukes and cigars at his venue, and I'm tagging along. It's from noon to 6. General admission is like $30. VIP is $70. You do get food, cocktails, and cigars with both packages. Just the amount of it you get for certain packages. That's from 12 to 6. And it's gonna be a good time, man. Kunoma is actually my favorite lounge in DFW. So I am biased. It's like 8 minutes from my house. He's a good brother. He's done some contract work overseas in Iraq. We're at the same time, same province, man. So that's definitely my guy. Definitely my guy.
There you go. Well, that looks like, yeah, Rocktober looks like it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time.
It is, man. I'm actually really nervous about it. I'm actually, you know what's crazy is maybe I've been drinking too much, but I never thought my life would be like it is right now. Like never. I never thought I can be like, hey, I'm Rockstar, or hey, just come and smoke with me for a few days, and people would actually do it. I will say I am very maybe pro customer. So the prices that I don't make any money, of course. So I always try to do events that help out the customer to make them low cost type thing. So I can give more to the customer and give more to the industry and give more to the culture rather than more to myself.
But I don't see a problem with that. And I think
yeah,
you've been doing this a long time like I have.
Yeah.
Look, people may think that, hey, we live in that lifestyle and making it rain, but I spend far more money than what I make doing this just to provide, to provide giveaways, to get things in for promotion on things. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, but I wouldn't change any of it at all. To go back and go, well, I wouldn't spend the money on this. I wouldn't do that. No, in fact, knowing what I know now, I'd probably double down and spend more money just to make the experience better.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, man. Providing experience is everything. And I'm in the same boat. I wouldn't change a thing. The only thing I would probably do is be maybe a little more business savvy, so I don't come out of pocket a little bit as much as I do now. But learning that process along the way, man, and then I think usually I meet good people who kind of provide a great service at either discounted rate or no cost, because they know we're the same team, so that definitely helps out.
So for a lot of these events that you put on throughout the country, are you getting hit up by the lounges or by people affiliated with the lounges for this? Or are you doing cold calling, going in like, hey, I'm going to be in town. I'd like to throw an event at your place.
So the first option is the most popular option. There is some times when I've traveled or I knew I was going to be in town or like I'll travel for my 9 to 5 and I'll be like, hey, I'll be in town. Can we try to do something? And it's never, it's never about me really. I just know kind of, so I hate to say this because it sounds like I'm cocky, but I'm really not. Some people just want to meet me type thing, they want to get some of the vibe. They want to get some of the, I don't do it like that, bro. Don't do it. Bro, don't do it like that. That's just what it is, though. That's just what
Look,
it is.
here's
And
I can attest.
how about not meet me, but like just smoke with me? You know, some
Look,
people just want to
I
just smoke
can
with me.
I can attest to this. I've rolled with you enough over the last year that you've got an aura and a vibe about you that brings people in and they want to hang out. Just because not so
Mm-hmm.
much, hey, it's Cigar Rockstar, it's this
Yep.
sexy piece of ass I want to hang out with
Yep.
and the weird looking dude that's hanging with him. No, it's you just you got a cool you've got a cool sense about you. You're fun. You've got a great personality. You draw people in who just want to hang out. So it's I don't think it's cocky to say, hey, people want to, because people want to meet you. You have got a celebrity status about you, and you've got an aura about you that it's massive and it draws people in. You know I think that it's a I'm not I think it's a good thing that you go somewhere and people are going to show up because you're you and people want to hang with you. They want to leave there knowing they got a little bit of that rock star experience.
Well, I do appreciate that, but it's honestly it's because it has been requested so many times. If I go to Denver or any city, and then I leave, and my DMs or my text messages are blown up. Like, why didn't you tell me you was here? I wanted to pull up and smoke with you. Blah blah blah. So I've got enough of those now to be like, if I'm going to another city, I may put out a blurb or a blast, or I'll ask somebody I know there, hey, what you got going on? Can we do a meet and greet type thing? But it's only because I've been damn near chastised before,
Well, I
not
mean,
doing that.
you are you. People want to get a glimpse of the golden buns in the apron.
Hey, I am very proud of my Instagram. Okay, I'm very
I'm
proud of
not.
it.
I
It's
You should be. You should be. I mean, look, it takes balls to put that out
it
there.
it
It takes
takes
even bigger
courage
balls
like
to
crazy.
show that you skip leg day all the time too.
Hey, I'm two knee surgeries in, man. So I can't do leg day every day.
It's all right. But
No, it's tough. You know what? Hey, I just had fun, man. I literally NFG don't really care. I'm just here to have fun, and man, I've had some pretty bad moments in my life, some pretty sad moments in my life, and one thing that you'll never take away from me, man, is you can die any day. I went to Iraq a couple times, man. I had so many close calls. I could have died. I wouldn't be here today, man. So I will always live my life. I'm 100% the way I want to live it, and I'm all about love and positivity and happiness, man, for sure.
uh,
That's all it is.
but you do an amazing job in spreading that, though. I mean,
Mm.
it shows because somebody put in the comments there that you're genuine. You have a big heart and you care, and it shows. It comes across, and it comes across far more in person than it does online. I
Mm.
can say that getting to meet you in person and actually getting to see how you interact and see how you talk with people and see how people are drawn to you and just your heart and taking the time and to just here's a take 2 minutes just to say hi to somebody, give somebody a hug. It shows, and I think that's what attracts people to you is you're genuine.
Man, thank you for that, man. But I mean, it's cigars though. Like when you go in the cigar lounge, if you want to be bothered, if you don't want to be bothered, you just sit in the corner, put some earbuds in, watch a podcast or whatever it may be. If you do want to be bothered, you'll sit there and people come in. No wrong with salutations. What's up, man? How you doing? What you smoking on? I mean, I think that's normal cigar etiquette. Maybe coming from me, I don't see how that's different. But somebody walk in, just say hello. Especially when you do these events, man. People take their time, spend their money, time off of work to come to your event. What? Are you kidding me? That means a lot, man. So why would I not? Why would I not come up to them by, hey, thank you, I appreciate you. Hey, how you doing? Let's do this. Let's do this. Sure.
Well, I don't think look, I think that if people are showing up to a lounge that you're at, it's because you're there, not so much it's just a lounge and they want to go smoke. Because you're what you do and what you and Jameson do is different and unique. And I've never seen it done at any other lounge at uh, with the experience that I've had with you guys, with the parties that you've had, how you guys interact with the people, how you guys, and how you guys are there showcasing just not whatever brands may also be there, but also the lounge, the bar, getting
Uh-huh.
people,
Mm-hmm. For sure, for sure. And shout out to Jameson, man. He is man, he has been such an inspiration to me, man. Such a good backing to me, such a great supporter. He's my I consider my brother, man. He's not my blood brother, but I consider him my brother. And he has a lot part of who I am today. Of course, we've done whenever MLB was in Denver for that year, we did a cigar event focused around MLB All-Star game in Denver. We've done a Grammy after party. We've done Derby Day, Kentucky Derby up in Kentucky. We've done that. Uh, all these experiences, man, it's all Jameson and me just vibing together. And if it wasn't him, man, I definitely wouldn't be. He has a large part to making me who I am today, man, for sure. If it wasn't for his support, I wouldn't be here. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You can pick on Jameson about wearing some mediums too, man. He's a little guy. Be wearing some tight suits.
If Jameson was if Jameson was in here, I would, but I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk out of school behind someone's back.
I get it. I get it. What I can. So
you can. Yeah, I'm not. If Jameson was here, yes, I would. I would tackle him on his suits and his. I don't know how you get a medium-sized hat either. I mean, he's got a small head. He wears the big hats, but when you look at it, it's a big hat, but it's all tiny up inside here. How'd you make a hat like that?
It's all brim. All brim.
It's all brim. Exactly. And here I am sitting with an 8 3/4 head.
Hey, you got an 8 3/4.
It's an 8 1/4.
Oh my, bro! No, nobody in the 8s, man.
Yeah, I am. And look, I'm not at the Barry Bonds size level head yet, so we're good. All right.
You're in the 8s, though.
I am in the 8s.
Oh man,
I got a fat head. It's not filled with anything, but I got a fat head.
Hey, you definitely need to make a bobblehead with a size 8.
Yeah,
you definitely need to make a bobblehead. 505 bobblehead. Come
I know, and it only looked bigger not once I started losing my hair, and I started shaving my head. It only looks bigger.
Are you bald? Are you naturally bald? I never seen what I had. Are you bald underneath? And you shave it? Oh, okay.
I shave it all down. People keep telling me I should let it grow out. I go, why? It gets all like sticks out the sides, and then I got the George Jefferson.
I was gonna say yeah.
Here with the little patch in the middle that sticks out.
That explains the 500 plus hats, huh?
I've always been into hats though.
Well, fortunately, hopefully I can keep this head of hair as long as I can. I don't. Last time I seen a picture of my biological father, it was quite a few years ago. But when I did, he still had an afro, and he had me when he was 16. So he's 16 years older than me. So he still had an afro. So hopefully I'll hold on to this ragamuffin for as long as I can.
I used to have luscious hair when I was younger. I had luscious hair. It was nice, curly. Had kind of the little fro going. It was nice. And then I turned 30, and it started going out.
Danny, you right with the sisters. So go ahead and get your lace front, bro. Go ahead and get your lace front real quick. They'll put you on, man. They'll put you on.
No, I just own the baldness now. When she told me I was starting to lose a little in the back, I was like, shave it.
Just let it go.
And she's like, it's still good. And I go, nah, I don't want to be that guy still trying to hold on to the last bit of hope that I had. Shave it.
Was it hard? Was it heartbreaking? Was it easy to let go?
Was it heartbreaking? It was a little heartbreaking. My girl at the time, she was upset, and I go, "Why didn't you tell me I was starting to go bald in the back?" And she goes, "Because I know you would do something like this." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And she was disappointed, but you know, it is what it is. I can't change. I can't change it. I just own it. So man, y'all got the chat popping tonight, man. Thank you guys all for showing up. Of course, I know you're all here to support the man, the myth, the legend. That's to my right.
Well, thank you, thank you. That was my bad. It was my daughter coming in. My daughter cooked dinner tonight, man. So she just came and told me it was done. I'm pretty proud of her. It's crazy. It's
There you
crazy.
go. So, coming from the stature you have within the social media community, how much do you deal with a lot of hate or blowback from a lot of people out there?
I wouldn't say a lot, man. There is a small pocket, and see, I don't even like to focus on this part of it. I do get a lot of hate. I do get a lot of. Well, a lot is what subjective. I get a few a week type thing, or people who got a problem with my style, or me painting my nails, or me wearing a kilt or whatever it may be. I do, but I also understand change for people. Some people don't take change very well, man. It takes an adjustment for people to see something new, to see something that's against the grain. So I do respect their opinion. I do understand where they're coming from, but also would like to say maybe they should stop making judgment and get to know a person before they make judgment.
Yeah, I agree. But if you didn't have the haters out there, then you're not doing something right.
I completely agree with that.
You've
I
you have you've achieved something, and whether this be because they're just natural pissy people to begin
yeah
with, or
yeah
because they don't have the guts or the balls to do what you do, to put yourself out there.
yeah.
You've achieved something, so their goal now is to piss in your Cheerios over that.
I mean, I don't even want to go that route. I don't even care about none of that, man. What I will say is I do understand. I'm a tough pill to swallow because I am different, and I know people hear that and say that all the time. But I promise you, I am the epitome of being different. And as people get to know me personally and professionally, they'll understand that I'm just like you, Danny. I just wear flower pants and got dreads. So I'm just like Danny.
That's fine. Look. I like your style. I don't know. I don't say anything wrong with it because it's you and it's uniquely you. Because you're not pretending to be somebody you're not.
Not at all.
And that it's just who you are. But your outfits also fit your personality as
I
well,
agree.
on who
I
you
agree.
are as a person. You're very colorful. And you have a very colorful personality. You tend to go very colorful on your clothing choices. You tend to show out, and I I think, and again, that uniqueness, that I mean, it's what drags you in. And Adam Jackson says that he's one of your haters.
Shout, shout, shout out to AJ, man. AJ, he's out of Chicago as well, along with Mario. AJ, man, that's Unc right there, man. There's why I haven't called AJ when he ain't answered the phone. Like AJ is a good person, man. He's a good brother. He's gave me a blueprint, man, and all. Man, I don't even know what to say, man. AJ out of Chicago, he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Chuck wants to know who they are because she's gonna go rain some hell down on some people.
Oh no, 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 not at all, Chuck. Not at all. Honey, they good people. Just give me shit. That's how it is. That's how it is.
Now, I don't have. I tend look. I tend to ignore. I think the people with the thin skin, it gets at them, and and it affects them. And to be put yourself out there like you do, like I do, like others do, you have to have a thick. You really have to have thick skin. You really, and you have to be able to read past the bullshit.
Mhm.
And once you get to that point, you know, you really kind of just ignore all the negativity,
You
and
do.
you focus on the positive and the positive people. And I tend to roll with positive people when I'm
Yeah.
out at events.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
rolled with you, my crush Michelle. Uh, you know,
Yeah.
um, we just I want to be around people that got good vibes that are fun to be with. I don't want to be around negative people. And take
Of
that shit
course.
elsewhere.
Of course, man. Like, who wants to? And so this is what I tell people, and no one won't understand it until you actually do it. Like, to be yourself all the time, and to I'm maybe not to not care. Maybe that's the wrong word, but to be yourself, be genuine, just be you all the time. It's a certain amount of freedom that you can't replace, man. It's such a great feeling when no F's given, man. And just be you, just have fun, just enjoy life. Forget you can't please everybody. Danny, you know that, man. Zyphy could be the best cutter in the world, and you're gonna get that 10% or that one person and be like, Zyphy's all right, just because Danny like it don't mean it's the greatest. You know what I mean? But you can never please everybody. And once you get rid of that and focus on the positivity and spreading love, I think it's very enlightening, man. And I think people will see it and they want to be around it for sure. For sure.
Now,
Another thing I missed with AJ real quick though. So AJ is also the president of SATC. It's one of the largest sexiest cigar Facebook groups on Facebook. It's Sex and Cigar. So you guys need to jump into Sex and Cigar. Follow AJ. Speak at AJ. It's a good group. He has a good cigar as well called Luredom. Just so much flaws I need to give AJ. It's crazy. It's crazy.
you already disqualified me by saying sexy.
Hey, somebody likes the ginger, man. I don't know. Somebody likes it.
Yeah. After a couple adult libations, I start looking pretty good.
I haven't seen you drink much. Then you drink?
Occasionally.
Not much of a drinker.
Yeah. Occasionally I'll enjoy a road soda or two. But I'm not overly a huge drinker anymore. When I was younger, yeah, I did. I'm more about having a good time, than I am about trying to force a good time with alcohol.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
I get it. I understand my personality. I know that no matter where I go, I'm gonna have fun, and my personality is gonna attract a lot of people that want to come and hang out because, look, yeah, we've rolled together. How much time do you spend laughing at half of my insane nonsense that I'm just thinking up because I'm having fun out here, but my inside's bored, so I'm just rambling off dumb shit.
Yeah. That's another thing I feel too. Like I don't talk much, man, and I definitely. So one thing I would never do, and forgive me if this is the wrong context, I would never say nothing bad about another black man, about another person in particular, of course, but especially about another black man. So I would never say nothing bad about another black. So I don't talk much. So the way I show my I guess my expression is through my reels and through fashion and through vibrant colors and through petty songs, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just not a talker, man, and I think people should embrace the fact that I could be saving you some time and energy by keeping my opinion to myself. For sure.
But I think that you achieve you say that you don't talk a lot, but I think your reels say a lot, even without you having to say anything. I get the context of what you're going for based upon the music, what you're doing in the reel, what actions are going on, who's around you. I get it. Some actions speak louder than words at times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Mm-hmm. Look, you speak, and he shows.
There we go. James is in the bed. What up, Jay? Definitely talking about you, bro.
Yeah, he must have heard. Yes,
so So along with Cigar RockStar, Friday night is going to be at Matrix Gentleman Club. It's going to be SATC night. But for Jameson is the one going to be hosting it. So he's definitely he did it last year. Him and Cigar Mike did it last year. This year is going to be even bigger and better. I'm really nervous this year. I'm really nervous this year because I don't know what I signed up for, man. I don't know. I don't know. My intentions were to just bring people together, have a good time, showcase Dallas, get some Dallas culture in there, get a few, cigar rolls out of Dallas, get a few vendors out of Dallas, and just bring Dallas on the map. Let's just have a good time and smoke. Dallas can be cliquish sometimes. Okay, so who cares if you don't smoke with them? You smoke with me. Let's just have fun and smoke. And I don't. It just became bigger than I thought, man. And I don't know. I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous.
But you've gone through this before last year, so what's changed from the inaugural down to the second?
I would say not to be selfish, but I guess to be selfish is my growth. My following got bigger, my growth got bigger. I got so I went to Black Smoke Miami and got Brother of the Leaf of the Year. Mario got it a couple years before me. Kunoma will be there Saturday. They got Lounge of the Year a couple years ago. So just like my growth and my respect in the community, I feel, and I'm just hearing the chatter. It's just, and it's a little pressure because people know when experienced brokers or Cigar RockStar do an event or whatever, it's always going to be a good time. So it's a little bit of pressure on the back end. It's just a lot going on in my life right now. Like I still got a job, I'm just nervous, man. I'm just nervous. I don't know. I'm just nervous.
I don't think that's a bad thing to be nervous though, because but when those lights go on and it's showtime, I know you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be giving it 100. You're gonna ball out, and it's gonna be a great time, and people are gonna enjoy themselves, and you're gonna and then you'll forget all about being nervous because you're gonna be caught up in the moment.
Or I'll be bent off some brown. That might help as well. No, I won't do that. Do you still get nervous? You've been doing this for a minute now. You still get nervous about any interviews, about any kind of public appearance you got?
I've had a few people who I've gotten nervous interviewing, but once I got started, it that the nerves just kind of went away.
Yeah.
It's at this point now. No, I don't really get nervous anymore. It's just uh, trying to, you know, at times trying to put together a coherent sentence is still a nuisance to me.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I still freeze up around pretty women.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
when I have pretty women who are guests on, I do tend to trip over my tongue. And,
Yeah.
but that's just me. Compliment to her.
Yeah.
And I'm still a guy. All right. So,
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I do the same thing, man. So as much as I do this, I still get nervous. I still get butterflies. I still, say pause on my words. I stutter, like all the time. So I don't care though. Like I don't mind it because even on Whiskey Wednesday on Cigar RockStar TV, I'm one and done, bro. Like this is what it is. This is the cut. This is what you see. This is authentic me. This is genuine. That's what it is. This is what it is, bro.
I mean, I don't really do much pre-recorded content anymore. But once I hit that 30-second mark, if I screw up, it stays in the cut. I'm not going to start over again. It stays in the cut. I call it out. I'm just like, what was that word? What a dope. I'll call myself out on it. But, primarily because I'm lazy and I don't know how to edit properly. So it's just easier to just let it roll after 30 seconds.
Now, do you think people respect, I guess, maybe one take or genuine content more than they respect like rehearsed and planned content?
I like the genuine real content. I don't like the stuff that's overly edited, because if you're overly editing your videos, what are you cutting out? What are you? What did I like to? I want to see you screw up. You
Yeah.
know, and
Yep.
if I'm gonna
Yep.
hear you go, and yeah, and for 45 minutes in your video, all right, it's real, it's genuine.
Yeah.
You're working off the cuff. I work off the cuff. I don't write any script for anything I say. I just kind of think of it and I say it. Sometimes
Yep.
sometimes I know what I want to say up here, but it don't come out here
It
the
don't
same way.
translate.
It
Yeah.
doesn't exactly.
Yeah.
So it just comes across as an incoherent, incomplete thought.
I do the same thing, man. That's why man, I'm stuttering now. I don't even, I, I don't know. No, but I hear what you're saying. So sometimes maybe, man, I don't even know how to say this. Maybe doing it a couple times, maybe to clean up the eyes and dot the I's and cross the T's thing. But I'm very much one and done, man. I'm very much one and done. Now there could be some thought of people saying, "Hey, oh, he's sounding unprepared and he's sounding this." No, it's not that. I just be fucking up. That's what it is.
I'll say this: when I do the reels with voiceovers, that's like 40 takes.
Yeah.
Because it's like I either run long or I completely forgot what word I wanted to use, and it's over and over again. But I know going back and re-listening to them, they don't sound polished whatsoever. Because half the time I'm saying it different. For the 40th take, I'm saying it completely different than the first time I said it.
Yeah. I mean, you got. So I know you working with a brand, Zifey. So there is a certain level of maybe professionalism, if that's the word you want to use, that I believe that you should have when you're representing another brand. But other than that, you gonna get all my bullshit. How I get my bullshit?
That's what I told them. I go, look, I'm gonna light the cigar, and then I'm gonna show me, and I'm gonna go, damn, dude, look at how fine this guy is smoking that cigar. PHINE fine. That's what you're gonna get. Let's see, Todd Conley here. I feel like if you don't experience some of those nerves at a level of love and passion, is it still there? And that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I don't get nervous. I still get nervous. The nerves get there. It's just I've kind of I don't get nervous so much anymore doing the interview stuff. But I still get nervous meeting people. I was nervous meeting Rockstar. Just to me, he's a big content creator who does a lot of awesome stuff that I'd admired for a long time, and I was a bit nervous to meet him because I didn't know if his vibes from his videos and content translated over into the real life, and so I was a bit nervous.
Oh, I get it. Well, let me tell you folks watching that I'm dope in real life. I'm 100% me. I'm dope in real life. That's all I gotta say. No, but so what people don't understand as well, man, is there's a I don't know, man. There's a lot to me than just the cigar shit, man. Like there's a lot going on in my life that you guys don't see. Like, I was recently told this, I swear, last weekend. I swear this is a true story. Is I was telling somebody how to get up and go to this meeting on Monday. And they're like, what it's about? You meeting with a cigar person? I'm like, man, I know I got a job. They're like, what? You got a job? I was like, yeah, man, I got a job. I got kids out of here. I got a family to support. I have a job. Like, oh, I thought you were just out here living lavish, just smoking cigars. Well, I wish I could, but I also have some bills to pay and a mortgage and all that. Yeah, I got a job, bro. I got a job.
Yes, that's right.
I do live lavish though. I do have my life is a fucking amazing, Danny. I am not sugarcoating it. I am, I'm thankful for the life I have. My life is a fucking amazing. I promise you, there's people out here who want to live my life and can't handle it. And my life is amazing. If you want to go with the woman aspect, my life's amazing. If you want to go to the money aspect, my life's amazing. So I don't take it for granted. I do. I ain't been capping, but My life's amazing. I love my life. This is the life I worked for. So I think I should enjoy it, the fruits of my labor. But yet there's so much more to me than just the cigar thing, man. You know, I think people get twisted on that for sure.
I look, I get it. I when
I've
I
been
was
to the
buying
house,
my
yeah.
when I was buying my truck, I didn't want to buy it. And my stepdad had to talk me. He's like, you know what? You make good money. You work really hard for it. You deserve to have something nice. I'm like, I don't think I do deserve to have something this nice. I
Yeah,
mean, and he's like, you do. You just got to get past it. When I was signing all the legal documents, like my hand was shaking because I'm not used to splurging and spending
yep,
stuff on myself.
yep, yep.
Really, sports cards, action figures, cigars. Yeah, I buy that stuff for me. That's basically my splurge. But a big purchase like that, I don't do stuff like that for me at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But and that's part of
Hmm.
that self-loathing aspect of life where I don't think I'm good enough to have this. Why I don't think I
Yeah,
should buy it.
yeah. I mean, even outside of that, man, you probably just don't even need it. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and that's just, maybe that's just our personality, is we don't at least I've been told this. I'm not selfish enough, or I care too much about other shit, uh, type thing. But I think that has a lot to do with me being the person I am, and I'm not gonna change it.
No, nor
That's just
should
what it
you.
is.
You look, you work hard for what you have and you want to enjoy what you have the way you want to enjoy it. And who
Man,
am I or anybody else to tell you you can't do that?
Danny, a lot of people don't know is these May June 7 years ago, I was homeless, man. I was literally living in my car, homeless 7 years ago. June 7 years ago. So all the things I've worked for, and I don't care, man. I work for this. I raise my kids, man. I have a good heart. Sorry if I disrespect you, type thing, but my intentions are always positive.
I,
So fuck what
I
everybody got to say, man. I've been
no,
through a lot. I work for this. I'm having fun. I'm spreading positivity. I'm spreading light. I'm inspiring. I'm smoking good leaves. Bringing people together. So that's just what it is.
yeah, I think well, like Chevalier, he's been there. I've been there. Whether it's how we grew up or
Mm-hmm.
whether it was circumstances that happened throughout our life, but at the end of the day, those experiences I think make us better people and have a better appreciation for what we have in life. When we
Yeah.
choose, you choose to express what you have in your own way. I do it my way.
Yeah.
Chevalier, Eileen, everybody in the chat here, they do it. We all do it differently, and I don't think there's a wrong way to do it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because are you hurting
Yeah.
anybody? Nah.
I mean, I might be hurting some feelings, but
Well, despite some jealous feelings from people out there, you're not hurting anybody. You're doing your thing.
I'm really not, man. And one thing is, I really 100% true about is I have no malintent for anyone. You can sit here and badmouth me and motherfuck me all you want, and I might turn to the other cheek, whatever. But I don't focus on that. My light is too bright for anybody to dim me. Nobody's gonna block my blessings, man. I know, not to sound crazy, man, but I know my worth, man. I'm a good person, man. I work hard. I have nothing but great things going for everybody, man. Like, I literally put everybody first before I put me. Like, I'm doing a whole cigar week festival, man, and it's nothing. Okay, it says Cigar RockStar. Okay, catchy tune, but it's literally about everybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's just what it is, man.
I think it's good. I love your positivity, man. You know,
I
there.
appreciate that, Mario. I see you,
Look,
Mario. I appreciate that.
I enjoy looking at your daily reels because it's a good it puts good positivity out there in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
like watching it. It makes
Mm-hmm.
whether you're being true and real and this is something serious or whether you're just fucking around and having fun. There's no ill intent in any of it. It's fun. And I like that. Same thing I told Chevalier. His thoughts of a classic man. I share his thoughts every day. Whether or
Yeah.
not anybody
Facts.
else reads it, to me, a lot of what he posts, I feel like he's in my head because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
resonates
yeah,
with me.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I've sent Chevalier several like personal DMs, like, bro, this is a good one today, man. This hit me for whatever. I mean, Ray True Life as well. Let's not, Ray True Life. He's a good brother as well. He posts. I don't know if it's daily, but he posts like daily positive messages, and I resonate with him as well, man. So
yeah.
Chevalier and Ray, they dope people, man. They definitely. I think they're a positive influence and a positive plug in the cigar community, and of course the Black community, and especially being a proud Black man, and not to bash that man on the show like that, but I do respect it, man. I do respect it, and I gotta shout that out,
I
man.
do. I think, look, I don't care if anybody else likes it that I reshare it or post it. I do it for me because it's a good, it's like, man, this is a good one. This one, you know what? Chevalier was in my head this morning. He kind of got my feeling and my vibe, how I'm feeling today. Put me in a
Yeah,
good mood. It sets the tone for my day. And then in the afternoon, I see you post something. I'm like, all right, good. Doesn't matter how shitty my day was. I can at least know that I started my day out right with a great quote, a great thought.
yep, yep,
And I ended my day with something fun from you.
yep. I try to be entertaining, man. So it is hard being a creative. I will tell you that. And until recently, I think I haven't posted in 4 days. I have my reasons for that, but I haven't posted in like 4 days. But before that, I missed like maybe 2 days since December. So I literally post every day. I missed 2 days since December, but it's all inspirational content. Like it's not bullshit. Like to me, my post it inspires other. Like that's my. I'm brought on this earth, man. I'm brought on this earth. I think my gift is to make other people feel good and to inspire others.
I
Whether
think you
that
do a good job at it, though. I don't
what
think you fail at that. I think you
I
do a good job.
but I really do mean that. Now here comes some bullshit to follow it, but I just some true bullshit is whether it's through OnlyFans to where people get their erotica pleased or whatever it may be inspired, or through fashion, or through cigars, or through comedy content, or even just just this interview right here, man. People hearing a little bit of my story and hearing your story, man. Like I literally believe that God has given me the gift to inspire others, whether it's through fashion, through sex, or through my wisdom and expertise and experience, through military and me being a single father, whatever, man. Well, like literally, bro, I can relate to a lot of different people, and I think I think I'm putting this earth, man, to for others, bro. I mean that's what it is.
Yeah, I think
Or
that
ransom.
I know. Chuck's on one tonight. She's ready to fight all our haters. She's ready to bail us out of jail. Chuck's on one tonight.
Hey, did you meet Chuck? You was at PCA? Did you meet Chuck at PCA?
I did. I met her.
I was so happy to meet
give her a
Chuck.
hug and she hid from me.
I was so happy to meet Chuck.
I was like, I've been waiting to meet you for 2 years, and now
Exactly.
Come
Yeah, I was so excited to meet Chuck. I couldn't believe I had to give her a warm embrace. I couldn't believe I finally met her. For sure. Charles, she's dope energy, man. Good people.
Chuck's awesome, man. I love. I was doing a live on Instagram, and she was on my live, and I was on with another guy, and
Buffy, what's up, baby? I see you.
I know. Say all your lovely ladies have come to show you support. That's wonderful.
I appreciate the support 100%.
But we were talking about Tatuaje and Pete Johnson. Pete Johnson then comes in the live, and Chuck doesn't know who Pete. She's still relatively new to the people and thing. She didn't know who Pete Johnson was. So me and the other guy are kind of like nerding out at this moment. It's like, oh man, Pete Johnson, we're talking to him. Oh, and she's like, how the fuck are you doing? Yeah, there's some clown using his social media pretending it's him. And I'm like, no, that's Pete. He runs his own social account. Oh, bull. And Pete's laughing and having a good time, and
Pete Johnson. I love it. I love it. I love it. Unrehearsed, unscripted. I love it.
Chuck, but Chuck's genuine and real, and that's one of those moments I will never forget because it was so funny that we were talking about him. He came in, she started talking shit about him, and then when we said it's really him, she's just like, oh, and oh, you've got nice arms.
Auntie, you're a legend, Auntie.
She
All
is.
love, all love, all love.
Chevalier, I'm calling Bravo Sierra on that.
I, man, I gave Chevalier this last PCA. I think I talked to him maybe 3 weeks before. I'm like, bro, you just need to go. And he had he had to work and I think he was looking for a sponsor or something. I don't want to say too much, but I'm like, bro, if you don't get us, just go, man. Like, just go. Most of the bullshit happens after when you leave the showroom floor anyway.
Yeah. I was on a live with him and Mimi, and Mimi and I kept telling him, just go, man. You got to get your name out there. You don't have to walk the floor at the show. Just going to the events and parties in the evening is getting your name out there. That's all you need to do.
And on top of that, Chevalier ain't even get my badge till I got there, bro. I got there not even intention to be on the floor. And they was like, hey, Rockstar, you got it. I was like, no, I ain't got one. Well, he'll take this one. So, bro, you have to come, man. Matter of fact, anybody on here that wants to cigar networking, PCA is a beautiful place to do it. TP and PCA, like all of these, beautiful place to do it. Beautiful place to do it.
That's right. And I will.
And on top of that, you might be able to sell some humidors, bro. On top of that,
right.
I don't know.
Because if you go to these cigar event, you go to the after party events, you hang out at the Circle Lounge where all the retail shops are at, and you start up a conversation with a retail shop, and you can show them some of your humidor stuff out there. You may work into a business deal with some of these retail shops, but you got to get your face out there.
Yep. And then afterwards, you might like I brought Rocky Patel a drink last year. I don't know if you remember it, but I bought him a drink. I bought Jose Blanco a drink last year. So there's times we had, man, and good people to meet and definitely libations.
It's great on networking. There's my crush there. She showed up.
Oh, you said, what's up, Michelle? Yeah, he did say that. He prefaced it too. Your prefix was my crush, Michelle. We got it live.
I try to get Chevalier to show. Like I did. I don't want to see that. Look, I'll be out there in January for TPE, and I will be back 6 weeks later for PCA in the middle of March. So I'll be there.
Hey, Danny, you ever think about doing your own thing in Wyoming, bro? Like you got a good following, man. Cigar. Like you ever think about you doing your own thing?
I don't
a little weekend, a little 2-day bash, or
I've kind of thought about it. In logistics is the big issue on that, and I also don't want to step on the feet of Rocky Mountain Cigar Fest either, because they do a fantastic job with the event they put on.
Yeah.
And so
talk to them, man. So talk to them first, then. But hey, you think about doing, and they might even back you, and whatever it may be.
But logistics is the problem. It's tough. It's a 90-mile drive from Denver, so that's you got to come up. The lack of hotel space is another issue, and I don't think it would be hard to get a place, because the Buffalo Ranch has a huge outdoor acres event.
I was literally about to say that, bro. You just do a motherfucking campsite, bro. Like do a outdoor bash. Maybe if there's a pavilion nearby, if whatever it may be. But the space you got, man, is an outdoor weekend camping, cigar bash, riding bulls, swimming in the lake, whatever you got going on, bro. I think it could work, man. I'm a fan of yours, man. I'm just giving some advice.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. That's all it is.
It has crossed my mind, and trying to work out the logistics, I think, is kind of where I'm at, and I'm sure that there's a way to make it work where I don't step on toes of other people, and I
Yeah.
can, and really kind of bring in some fun and have like, just a chill festival out there. Because I know brands would show up for it.
100%. Danny is you, bro. That's what I'm like. And so if you think about, if you worry about stepping on toes, run it by them first, or whatever it may be. But I don't know. You have that conversation, but you got enough brand support and following, and real brother support, man, to where you can do something dope, man, for sure. And you're about to caught, man. You're a real one, bro. You should think about it, man. Do a little something. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
because I think about it, because I drive by the Buffalo Ranch all the time. They hold events and stuff in this 5 acre area. In the summertime they put a screen out there and they do like a drive-in movie theater out there. I'm like,
Oh
this
yeah.
would be a great spot. They've held concerts out there. I'm like, this would be a good
Come on,
spot
man.
because it kind of sits down in a bowl, so you're protected from the wind, and you know it's open space. Plus, people, we can people I think would enjoy the outdoor getting, if you want to get away from the big city experience, if you don't want to deal with the, Denver, you kind of
Yeah.
get the big city experience out there. And I think it could work. And I know that I could reach out to brands and make it work with brands. The you know it's there are a certain logistics I'd have to work out to make it happen, but I think it could work.
Yeah, logistics are a motherfucker no matter what you want to paint it, man. But bro, I know Alan would love to help you out, man. You still rock with Cigar by Loyalty? You still rock with him like that?
I do. I still work. I work for Alan. I'll be working his booth at PCA again.
Hey, there you go. Bro, you making excuses, man. Just pull the trigger, man. You making excuses, bro. I mean, come on.
I'm not
Come
making
on.
excuse. I'm not making excuses out there. It, I, the one thing I haven't done is checked into the 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 laws and regulations out there. Is it could this be an event that we could actually have without breaking laws? And do I have to have like a retail license for like the selling, or do we just kind of, under the table, hush hush?
Even if you did, man, go through somebody else. You know enough people that has a tobacco license, a cigar license, whatever kind of administrative portion they need that they'll back you, man. Like this, period.
So that's, it's something I'll look at. It's something I will look into, and
So how's this
I'll
work,
put
man?
I'll put more of an effort into trying to figure out the uh, legal logistics of everything, and find
Yeah.
out how feasible it could be, and what the cost would be on that.
I'm pretty sure there's people are itching to go to your hood, man, and experience the culture up there. They just need a reason to.
Or
They need a
be,
reason to
be
go.
bored as fuck.
They need. Hey. Some people want to leave the city life and go to you. Some people want to bring the city to wherever you at. You know what I mean? So, bro, come on, man, come on. So how does this work, man? Can I step away and use the bathroom, or do we got to
Go ahead.
do we got to end it?
No,
All right,
step away.
I'm so sorry.
Go,
I'm
go,
right.
man. Go Free Willy. So while Rockstar there goes tinkle out there. Look, we'll pay bills again. I'll do another shameless plug and ad for out there. All October long. All October long. See, I work off the cuff, no script. All October, Zyphy is running their fall sale on their Amazon page and website, ZyphyCigarAccessory.com. Go take advantage on getting some new accessories if you are in the need for it. You need a new lighter? Got you covered. Travel door? Got you covered. Cutter? They got you covered. I'm in love with this deep V cut. There we go. This deep V cut combo lighter. Man, I love this thing. It's awesome. So check out their Amazon store or ZyphyCigarAccessory.com. If you go and buy anything off the website, use promo code 505CR. Save you some coinage. when you're checking out already on the sale items, and pinned in the comment section up in on the YouTube page. My link tree's there. Go support my advertiser sponsors and partner retail shops. They all help put the content out that you guys are seeing, and I appreciate it. And there's promo codes there, so you can save some cake when you go and check out with them too. There's even a couple manufacturers that will sell direct, so you're saving more money buying directly from the manufacturer themselves. Take advantage of it. Welcome back.
I'm lighting out. Hey, how'd you get that deal, man? Like somebody you want to support, they come to you. Like, talk about Zyphy a little bit. I mean, I see the reels. I think they're well planned. I think they're well spoken. But talk about Zyphy a little bit.
Running through the man. I have a small house. I don't have a mansion. I got a small house.
He might have been. He might have been talking about me. So Chevalier, I want to hear. Chevalier is about to get a man. The pool. I'll be at the pool party, Chevalier. I'll be at the food party, bro. So the last so I did this fashion show pool party, Cigar RockStar initial party, and Chevalier came. Yeah, you know, I don't think he sold too much product because we got rained out. But outside of that, we had a great time, and Chevalier definitely let me know he had a great time, and man,
was he in his Hoochie Daddy shorts?
He was. It might have been a Pink Jones too. It might have been the pink ones. No, but he came through the crib, man. He showed up with love, man. And I will always be appreciative of the support Chevalier gives me, man. And likewise, that's my brother for sure.
I love Chevalier. Check out chevalierlife.com for all your cigar accessory and medium outfit needs. He's got you covered.
For sure. So how you get plugged in with Zyphy, man?
They reached out to me. They reached out to me a couple of years ago. I was doing a giveaway, and they hit me up asking if they could donate some stuff for a giveaway, and I said sure. And so then, in June, they hit me up wanting to work out a partnership to be a product accessory sponsor for my programming, and I said sure, I'd love to. So that was just kind of it. They reached out to me, I didn't reach out to them at all.
Yeah.
So
and they got a pretty good product, yeah.
Yeah, they got a great product. I show, people ask me all the time how I travel, and I go, well, I've been using their acrylic humidor for traveling because it's airtight on the seal. It works. I can fit a lot of cigars in it. And if you've been to events with me, I'll pull out that small acrylic humidor. Fits perfectly in my backpack. So, and it works great for traveling places and going. And I like their accessories. I love this lighter, man. This deep V on this is fantastic on the lighter. And
the lighter had the V on it too. The lighter has a V on. The lighter has a cutter on it too.
Yeah.
Is it single flame, double flame?
No, it's a triple torch.
It's a triple torch, and it got a V on it.
Yeah.
Yo, that's okay. That's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have my things out of. There we go. Triple torch.
So I know you was talking about Amazon. Did they have a Prime Day deal the last couple of days?
Yeah, they had Prime Day. They had a Prime Day sale going on on Tuesday. For that. So yeah, I like it. I like their stuff. They make great stuff. People remember the OG watchers will remember I splurged and bought a Lotus cutter, and it broke 3 cuts in, and I was so pissed off. And I couldn't get in contact with anybody there to fix it, to refund my money or whatnot. And so I was so mad. And so I ended up buying this Zyphy V-Cut instead. I've had this thing for years. Works great. And, they lifetime guarantee on everything they make. So if it breaks, they'll replace it for you. No questions asked,
That's what's up.
But I haven't had any issues. I love this V. I've had it forever. Has a built-in punch on it.
Man, that light is everything though, man. That's I never seen no
Yeah,
combo like
I
that.
dig that lighter. I also, this isn't Zyphy, but I dig my M16 lighter.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. The Zyphy make cigars too, or just accessories?
No, they just do accessories.
Mm, mm. So the cutter I've been having for I've been rocking this Calibri. What was it? The SV.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally I probably had this for 5 years, and I take it places. It never lets me down. So I do stand by Calibri for sure.
Yeah, so
You said you
I
still
cut
rock
a
an SV,
video
right?
on that Lotus cutter. I was so mad it broke. I'm like, what's it? I got 3 cuts out of this thing and it broke. And then no, they
Notice ain't cheap
responded to
either.
an email. I sent them 2 emails. I DM'd them. They wouldn't respond to nothing. I saw on IG they read my message I sent them. They never responded back. I was
Yeah,
like, what a waste
yeah.
of $120. Like I was like, I don't splurge on shit, but I splurged on that cutter.
So I will say so. This is kind of a joke, maybe a bash, but that's why you got to rock with. I know you do, but that's why you rock with boutique, man. You know those law companies don't care about us, bro. Yeah, boutiques you can actually reach the owner and be like, hey, I have a
I
problem
do,
with this, and let me hook
that
you up.
that's my whole brand is the small batch, the boutique brands,
I remember, yeah.
showcasing them. I smoke more great stuff coming out of these small brands than I get out of anything big, and there's almost no originality anymore in what big brands put out. It
Mm-hmm.
almost always all tastes the same. It's just like, this is our new drop. Tastes just like your last new drop.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah,
no originality in it. There's nothing that makes it stand out. There's nothing different. It's just a name. The
yeah,
small brands, I'm getting so much good stuff that's blowing my mind from small brands out there. That
yeah, yeah. And I know you had Dez on last week. How was Dez?
awesome. I love Des.
Yeah, for sure.
I love Des. She was she herself is like you, a total vibe. And
Yeah.
I did. She said she wanted to record me praising her so she could play it for her employees so they know how to address her. She's
Yeah.
like, I gotta record this. I'm gonna play it for my employees, and I want them to address me like you and how you talk to me. I was like,
The
all right,
queen. The queen.
that's right. I was like, well, you're getting to that point now where you're starting to blow up. Just remember me when you're at the top of that ivory tower with the cup hand wave, talking to
Yeah.
all of your people down below.
All those peons down here. All those peons. So I think maybe a sign that a brand is doing well, maybe I could be completely making this up, is the fact that they have ambassadors now. There's a number of boutique brands that started off a few years ago who now have ambassadors, and
I
and congratulations to them. The growth had to for them to have to reach out to get someone else to represent them because they can't make it to everything. Kudos to that.
I think it's great. Um, the smart ones. I've noticed that the smart companies have hired smart people to be ambassadors for them. That they're just not good at sales, but they're also good with social media, and
Yeah,
I think that's huge. Me, I'm
yeah.
terrible with social media. Don't ask me to do
What?
shit. Oh,
What? Stop.
don't ask me to edit a video because they'll have huge blocky pop-ups that come up on it, and it's just going to be me going. It's just going to be me screwing up trying to talk as I'm tripping
Not
over my
not
tongue.
not even that. So I will say, man, Danny, your content is well needed, man. Like. Not everybody wants the glitz and the glamour and the flashlights and the cool transitions and all the bullshit I do. No, not everybody wants that. Like for real. Matter of fact, I lose followers every week, tons every week. That's just what it is. So your content is definitely worthy, man. Like it ain't got to be all crazy and extra like my shit is. Do your thing, bro.
I don't need to go. Amber will edit the video. I think, but people
Oh,
like
that's true. That's true. Ever will. Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
I think people, because I've been doing this for so long, people have gotten used to the fact it looks like a 5-year-old did the editing on the video, and it's kind of what makes me me because it's me. It fits my personality. A big blocky pop up, me not being able to talk, me me reading off of the wrong piece of paper. You know,
Yeah.
the oh
Yeah.
that that's is not what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
know, I think people
Yeah.
come to expect that out of my content and who I am. So, you know, I I just kind of roll with it. I owned it. I made it my own. Like I was so happy when I learned how to make pop-ups come up on the screen in the editing. I'm like, took me a
Hmm.
year to learn how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, do you think? Do you think? I guess honest question. Don't mean to bite. Do you think maybe your audience to grow, or you will be more out there if you had more like new age content? Now, I'm not saying nothing about your content. My shit is, at least for YouTube, I record and post on it. I ain't got no dope ass introduction video like you got and all that. But do you think if you change to make it catered towards maybe like the millennial or the whatever society is going on, do you think it'll help you grow? Or you think you just stuck
I
in
don't
your
think
old school
so.
way, like you just rocking what you rock with?
I don't think so because I think if you're following me, it's because you enjoy boutique
Uh-huh.
brands, you enjoy the
Yeah.
small
Yeah.
batch brands,
Yeah.
and you enjoy the chicanery and the fucking around
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
do. You know, you're not following. You know, I'm gonna give you education. I'm gonna talk to interesting and unique people. That's what I'm gonna give you. And if you're not into that stuff, that's fine. You know, I'm sure that if I went out there and I did pre-recorded content and I did the same stuff everybody else does, yeah, maybe I'd be as big as some of these people who have gone. If I bitched and complained that I don't get anything sent to me from manufacturers, I guess I'm not part of the club. You know,
Yeah.
out there,
You'll have 5 boxes at your doorstep in a week.
you know, I
Yeah.
sure, you know, but I'm happy where I'm at. I feel that I'm growing at the rate and level I should be at. You know, after 5 years where I'm at, trust me, I didn't think I would last this long at all.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I get it.
I had to be talked into recording, doing my first videos. Because I was like, nobody cares what I have to say, and nobody wants to look at this. Like my first video, I'm not even on the screen. I'm just holding the cigar, and then somebody wrote in the comments, they're like, "Are you gonna be on camera?" And I was like, "You want to see me?" I was like, "Okay." I don't know
Yeah.
why, but sure. So
Yeah.
you know, it was a grow. It was there was a learning curve on that, but I had to be talked into doing the videos because I just didn't think anybody would be interested in what I had to say because there was already so much stuff out there.
Yeah, I hear you, but the stuff that's out there isn't necessarily what people vibe with. Like you can say that, put it this way, maybe it's a bad example. We can make the same commercial or whatever it may be. You can say it your way, can say it my way, and we're still going to get two different responses. So people have your following. They rock with you because they rock with you for whatever it is, and the same thing with me. So who cares if it's out there already, man? They're looking for a different interpretation of it, a different way to say it, and,
Yeah,
and you got it, bro.
you know, so I do things, you know,
Thank
I
you,
kind of
Eileen.
did
Thank
it
you, Eileen.
and it went and yeah, I like his videos too, Eileen. You know, they're nice. They're funny. I enjoy when he shows off chicken legs.
So I will say, if you decide to follow me, you never know what you're going to be getting. I'm very free spirited. I don't mind showing little skin and ass cheeks. But I will say, I definitely post a cigar, and I do it for the love of cigar. It's just entertainment for me, and it's expression, and that's just what it is.
I
But
was gonna try and
I'm definitely
remake
all
that
about the leaf.
video, just so you know.
The one at the stove.
The one at the stove, I was gonna try. I was gonna redo it.
Please, please do, please do, please do. I love to see it, bro. I love to see it.
You know, I was gonna remake it. Well, I was just like,
Hey, if you do, I'll post it every day for 30 days. Kind of like when you was on the road to 6K. I'll post it. I'll post it every day, bro, for 30
you
days if you do
know,
it.
I was gonna have my little spin. You know, I was just gonna kind of turn coyly to the camera while you see my bare ass cheeks and just kind of go. Oh, TV.
Hey, you might lose some followers though. So I do notice that there, you know, my openness and my free spiritedness. There's a lot of, for lack of a better word, homophobia, I guess, out there. And some people just they don't get it and they ain't with it, and they think it's something
I don't
that
know.
is not.
I
That
never
is not.
once I never once ever got like gay vibes from you or what you do. It just I got a guy who just likes being himself and being
Yeah.
different and unique, and he does. That's all I got. I never got these vibes like, oh yeah, hey, this guy's out here pretending to be a power top. You know, I never got that. I never got that feeling from you.
Oh my god! Well, I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad, but honestly, man, that's no, that's kind of the vibe I'm bringing to Rocktober, man. Is be yourself, be unique, be different. Like, so one thing I do say is sometimes these cigar events that we go to is kind of like a club atmosphere that happens to cigars, and to each his own. That's fine too. But I do believe in bringing education and different aspects of cigars community together. So don't get me wrong. I mentioned a couple of times I do have a strip club night. If not, that's not your thing. You don't have to be. Earlier that day, we're at a lounge, and it's gonna have a saxophonist there. So I'm doing saxophone, I'm doing whiskey pairings, and then that night you can see some tits and ass. If that's not your thing, it's okay. Come to the Dukes, the Boots and Cigars event the next day, where you can get some Texas barbecue and some mimosas and some champagne, and have a good time there. So I do believe in bringing a lot of different aspects of the cigar community together. For sure, it's not always just
I'm sure.
one sided.
I, you know, I I enjoy all the different aspects of the community, whether it just be a kind of a chill, low key event to the all out wild and fun. And
Yeah, yeah.
um, oh, look, Chuck said she would remake the video too, but the dump truck is not camera ready.
Oh, hey, Chalk, in most respectful way possible, you do got a dump truck back there. I'm a fan though. I'm a fan.
There's nothing
With
wrong with it.
nothing at all.
There's nothing wrong with it. That's right. I enjoy all of it. Even when I walk into a club and I spilled Ben's coffee all over the fucking floor.
Oh, Sister and Smoke, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love me some Ben though. I love me some Ben, man.
I
I
spilled it
love me
all over
some
there.
Ben.
Went and got her another one. She was like shocked. I went and got it. I was like, it was it was your fault. I spilled it, but I took responsibility for it.
Was that one of those nervous times you had about running
No,
about
because
around Ben?
I walked in and you stared at me and started laughing immediately as soon as I walked in, and then went in to give you a hug, and I spilled her coffee because we were fucking around.
Yeah, I work on that, bro. Hey, Ben is a good person though, man. She's an incredible sister to leave, incredible person.
Yeah, she does fantastic content.
Oh
It's
my God.
smart. It's well thought out. She doesn't sexualize herself to
Yep.
gain views and followers. She's just gonna give you
Hold
facts.
on. Is that a bad thing?
No,
Like
I'm not saying it's a bad thing out there. I'm just saying, she's a beautiful woman who doesn't have to
Yeah.
rely on sexualizing herself to get a point
Yep.
across.
Yep.
She's
And
gonna give you facts, and
yep.
she's well educated on tobacco and on cigars and
Well,
on so
very well educated.
super educated, and she's a great follow for if you're looking for information. She's got it. She's got great follow, especially if you want to follow women more. If you're wanting to follow more women, if you're a woman in the chat and you want to follow more women content creators out there, but you don't want to follow the women who sexualize themselves and get half naked on the screen, but you want to educate and learn, Ben is a fantastic follow, and I highly recommend going and following her.
Yeah, for sure. There's a I'll be remiss if I didn't mention a few more, and I don't know them all. There's quite a few out there, but your crush as well. She does a fantastic job.
Yes.
So it's if you're like you said, if you're a female cigar smoker that needs some inspiration, Ben Sisters and Smoke is one of them. Moments with Michelle is another one. There's a few out there. Izzy from Drew Estate. Drew Estate Izzy is a great person to know. Man, there's quite a few, man. I'm sorry if I miss your names, but off top of the dome, what he said speaks true, man. Ben is a great person. Ben is a great person.
Great person.
What do you? So how do you? You've been in the cigar community for a while, man. Cigar culture for a while. How have you seen? What's the change you've seen over the last few years?
I've seen a big increase in the female side of things on the business aspect, from production and manufacturing and blending, and female owned companies is far exceeded from when I started 20 plus years ago smoking cigars. Where it was more taboo, a woman smoking cigar? Oh, no. Yeah. There's far more of that, and they're crushing it out there. The Karen, the Queen, Karen Berger. What she does is it blows my mind what she's able to do with her blending and her skills. She's out there, she crushes it every day, and one of the most humble people you will ever meet.
Yeah. A couple more names that come to my head, man, is I think La Ferrona. I don't know her real name. La Ferrona don't get the flowers she deserves, man. She's a female cigar lounge owner out there in Tampa. She also has cigars. I believe, you can quote me on this. I think Danny Amendola told me he gets a lot of kudos from La Ferrona. I believe she taught him how to roll a few type of things. I see you. Yeah, Mimi's a beautiful lady.
Yeah, Mimi's another great follow. Yeah,
yep.
And you get more, and you'll get a lot of content out of Mimi, and a lot of it, a lot more on the business insider side, because she works for Eric and Black Star Line. So you'll get a bit more of the business insider stuff than you get from other content creators out there, just because of what she does for work. So
do you know Leah? Do you know Leonora?
Yeah, Leo from Platinum Nova.
Yeah, from Nova Cigar. She's a great person too, man. I've happened to have her on Whiskey Wednesdays, man, and I think she's probably giving me one of my top 5 shows just because of her spirit.
Her name's
her aura.
Odelma, the woman you were thinking of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've only talked to her, maybe her representative. I guess English is not her first language, so she feel comfortable, delegating. So I've talked to her delegations a few times. But yeah, she's definitely, man, she's definitely A1 for sure. Leonora too, with Nova Cigars, man. She's a dope chick, man. Dope chick.
Leo's she's a good person, good people, and she, comes from that family heritage and background in cigars, and so yeah, there's a lot of great women out there. That's been one of the huge changes I've noticed over almost 23 years of smoking cigars. The women.
You've been a staple in Vegas for a few years too. Have you seen what's the growth like? What's the change you've seen in Vegas? Like TPE, PCA.
I think seeing the rise of a lot of these small brands come in there has been huge, where before it really wasn't a lot of small brands there. It was all big branded stuff that was out there, with some small brands scattered, but more small brands are trying to make a name for themselves. They're willing to spend that money to put their name out there, to be a part of something. And I think that's been one of the biggest changes I've seen, especially from the trade show side, is the amount of small brands that have grown. That are trying to make a name for themselves.
Yeah. For sure, especially because what PCA brought in what BCA this year, and I learned that from you, bro. So I think that was a good look.
Yeah, well, that whether or not that that was a success is still up for debate on that. But
Really?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know the business aspect and
look,
all that stuff, but
being over there in that pavilion, one, I'll say this: I had a great time working for a brand and representing a brand, and getting to meet retail shops and getting to meet a lot of different people who I don't normally get to associate with. I
yeah.
enjoyed. From the media side of things, I saw things that were concerning to me.
What give me a little example if you can. Like, what do you mean by that?
So, one, the lack of promotion from the BCA
Yeah.
on this event and going around on the floor and talking with retail shops who are BCA partner shops who had no clue that there was even going to be a pavilion back there. Had no clue. No signage directing people
Oh,
to it. No advertising whatsoever. There was no print advertising for this. They did no online media advertising for it, and they didn't advertise with any of the big shows out there that have big watchers
yeah,
that this was going down.
yeah,
So, so what did you get for that money? What I saw was not a lot. The pavilion was supposed to be right up front. As soon as you walked in, you were to be greeted by that pavilion. Somewhere that got pushed to the very back, which they
mm-hmm,
tried to
mm-hmm,
spin as a this is a good thing because it's by the food court. People are going to come back here to eat. Nobody went back there to eat.
yeah,
Nobody.
yeah.
They
You're right.
either did those food stands that were in the center of the convention hall, or they went
Yeah,
out to the casino floor to eat.
yeah,
Nobody went to that back. So it was just I saw a lot of issues that were concerning, and I'm like, for $6,000 for that spot, I don't feel like they did enough to promote the that this was here, promote the brands, and build up any interest in wanting to get retail shops back there.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
I do see that and I agree with it, but I will say maybe I'm half glass full. It was the first year, so hopefully they can take these critiques back from the first year and maximize on that second year.
and we'll see. I heard them from some of the brands that were there. They're not doing it next year. They're going to get a booth because they could have paid $2,500 and got a booth in
28.
probably a
Yeah,
better location than the
yeah.
$6,000 to get that small last space.
I agree. Yeah, I
So
did hear. I heard those numbers as well. Yep.
So I thought so some of the brands I talked to, they're just not interested in wanting to be a part of that come in March. It's just not something they're interested in, and I don't blame it. Allen's not
I,
doing it again.
yeah.
Allen's getting his own booth, and it's in a better location. And I told him straightforward. Um, I go, what you need to do is try and either work something out with Jonas from Blackbird since he makes your cigars. He is your distributor.
Mm-hmm.
And either try and be set up in his booth or be
Share
a
booth.
booth
Yep.
by his booth. Because how
Yep.
many times did you get logistic questions? You had to go run all the way over to the Blackbird booth to go get answers. I go, if they were right
Oh.
there, you could just go, hey, this is so and so. He handles the logistics side. It's right there. Plus,
Yep.
it's a bonus for Jonas because he makes your cigars. So
Mm-hmm.
you succeeding is good for him because he makes more money by you doing good. And if you guys are together or close by, it's a benefit for both of you. And so
Yep.
he's got
I
a
agree.
booth, and it is by Jonas's booth. And I go, this will be
Yep.
way better, I think.
Yeah. I agree. Shout out to Blackbird, man. So do you think what's his name, Jonas? I think his name is Jonas. Do you feel like I feel like Blackburn is one of the cigars are traditionally traditional. You know what I mean? So, but Blackbird, I feel like they're bringing a different spin to the cigar world. Maybe a little bit more modern times. And their bands are big. They're graffiti. You know, it draws your attention a little bit.
I like Blackbird. A lot of their blends take me back to older cigars that I kind of started out with,
Mm.
and they're very reminiscent of the flavor profilings of a lot of those cigars that I started with, 20 some years ago. So I like the cigars. There's a bit of a different, unique, and twist and spin to the blends, but it reminds me of these. It's like, well, I smoked this. It reminds me of this cigar. It reminds me of that cigar. It had that feel to it, and I like, for me, reminiscing and going back, I liked.
Mm-hmm.
So I I like what Jonas does. I like how Jonas promotes
Mm-hmm.
himself and the brand.
Yep. Yep.
He's a very
Yep.
positive and uplifting person, which I think is
Yep.
great. Plus,
Mm-hmm.
the bands. If you're a band collector, do you really like tearing a band where the whole band tears off, or you rip the wrapper trying to pull a band off because it's got 10 pounds of glue on it? Very
Yeah.
easy feel band on it, which I think is great if you're a band
Yeah.
collector
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
out there. Oh yeah, in fact, people were pissed. Yeah, yeah. RS, you are correct about that. They were. I did talk to a lot of people. I did go on somebody's show after PCA, and I did air my grievances on it, and I was told that Dr. Caffey was not pleased with my response. And then at the
That,
next board meeting, a lot of the brands took what I said and demanded answers on a lot of stuff I brought up.
that's great. That's great.
So, and I'm
I
like,
will.
look, I
I,
had nothing to do with it. I was just there as a representative of a brand.
of
I'm only
course.
dropping what I saw and my opinion of what I saw as a member of the media. That
Yeah.
was all.
And for sure, taking your critique should be some value in taking it from, especially taking it from you.
Yeah.
Definitely. I will say though, it is kind of intimidating to be. I want to be on Gabby Caffey's good side. It's kind of intimidating for them for him to be maybe say something about you.
He, there was a running joke for about a month that he put a hit out on me
Oh my god!
because he was pissed and I was just like, they're like, oh man, you should have been at the last board meeting. Half of the brands heard what you said in that interview and wanted the board to respond to all of this. And so
Yeah,
now they're having to. I go, oh, so they're having to do real work. I go this.
uh,
I go. Most of this stuff should have been things that were thought of up front. I go,
yeah.
advertising and promoting should have been top of the line. Using a lot of that money that you all paid should have gone to advertising and promoting.
I agree.
You should have been
I
sending
agree.
flyers and stuff out to your BCA retail shops,
Yep,
letting them
yep,
know if they're going
yep.
to be at PCA, come to the pavilion and come see us.
I agree.
You
I
know,
agree.
and I think the other thing that kind of hindered a lot at that pavilion was, for the first time in 7 years, Padron opened the books up to new accounts. So a lot of these shops that have been waiting, for up to 7 years to carry Padron got in and they shot their wad all on stocking up on Padron. So that
Yeah,
was also kind of the killer to the event because a lot of the retail shops like, yeah, I'm just looking for filler stuff and accessories. We kind of we overspent our budget on Padron because we got invited to be at Padron's shop.
and Padron it's a hefty price tag to be a Padron shop.
Oh yeah, you got to carry a lot of Padron and you got to push a lot. You just can't carry it and have it sitting in there. If you're not pushing and you're not selling product, you're not going to be a Padron shop for long.
So do you think in your opinion, do you think BCA and PCA should stay separated or just boost BCA a little bit more while at PCA?
I think I don't have a problem with them partnering up, because, again, all of that came because the PCA was put into a corner by all the small brands that showed up in 2022 that
Yep.
got shafted with location and where they were put, and a big pushback, and some of the bigger brands supporting the smaller brands, like, yeah, why are these guys all the way in this corner? You
Mm-hmm.
know, why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why these guys are there. Why was Robert Caldwell all the way in the very back of the convention center in
That's
2022,
true. That's
in
true.
that corner in the back?
That's true.
Like there was nobody around him, and it was just like, that
Yeah.
just seems odd to me that you would do that. Why is he put there? This dude should have a prime location.
Yeah. For sure.
So, the
Definitely
PCA
that.
was put in the corner, and they got some benefits out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For sure. I enjoyed it. I would have. I mean, like you said, I'm nobody, but I would have liked to say a better highlight or a better showing of the boutique brands than what I saw. I will say that.
But overall, I had fun, and I had fun meeting retail shops and actually getting an idea on how retail shops think and what they're looking for and how they go, and I had a lot of fun. There's a difference between being mad at what was said and said because of inaccuracies, and being mad because it causes your hand to be forced to step your game up. Yeah, for sure, Cheryl.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. You
yeah.
know,
No,
I
yeah, I
do.
like that. Yeah, yeah.
The BCA separate would be better for the smaller brands, and they have tried in the past to do a BCA trade show. It just getting it would really require a lot, being partnered up with the PCA where the vast majority of the retail shops are going to be. It logistically, it just makes sense instead
Mm-hmm.
of holding, because I think you're going to have a lesser amount of retail shops showing up, which I think is why these last couple of boutique trade shows just kind of didn't work, because you had a lack of retail shops wanting to show up. And I'm all for whatever, and I think like TPE this year is going to be a lot of small and boutique brands are going to be there, because most of the most of the brands that do both, because they're 6 weeks apart, had to pick one or the other. They couldn't do
Yeah,
both. And
yeah,
so they
yeah,
all picked
yeah,
the bigger event, PCA, but that opened the door up for some of these smaller brands to jump into TPE. So I'm
yeah,
really looking forward to being at TPE and seeing the smaller brands and what they're doing. You'll always have your regular TPE only brands there, but I think there's going to be a lot of newer brands from some of the smaller brands I've talked to.
yeah, yeah. No, I think last year PCA, I'm sorry, TPE and Pro Cigar was on the same weekend. I think that was kind of
Yeah, that was it was so you had a lot of brands that didn't show because they committed to Pro Cigar, which
yeah,
was and that was the
yeah.
thing. A lot of those brands were kind of like, a lot of people out there's like, why'd you move this to the middle of February?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So back at the end of January, where it has really traditionally been, which I think is a good, which I think is a good place for it at the end of January.
Yeah,
But now you got logistics, 6 weeks apart, whereas
yeah,
TPE, I'm just there media in and out. PCA, I'm there with a brand. I gotta tell
yeah.
you, I can't do a week in Vegas. I can't do it.
I learned it I learned it this past season, and I learned it in February. I learned it in February. Literally, I went from Black Smoke Miami. I made an appearance there, and then I had an event that ended on Sunday, and then I had an event on Tuesday at Tappan Ash. So from Tuesday till Sunday, I was in Vegas, and that's not even a week, but I'll never do it again, bro.
Yeah,
Never,
yeah.
never do it again.
Being out there with the setup and everything in a week,
Mm.
and I was just like, dude, a week is way too long to be in Vegas.
and my what people don't know about me is my soft ass. I love my kids, man. I don't like being away from my kids more than like 2-3 days, bro. So so on top of that, on top of me overspending, because that's what I do in Vegas. Uh, I can't do a week. 5 days is too much in Vegas.
Oh yeah, no.
5 days.
TPE is one of those perfect. Hey, the event starts on Wednesday. Cool. I get in Tuesday night. Great.
Mm-hmm.
To Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Boom. I'm on that first flight out Saturday morning. I'm at the
Yeah.
airport at 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. First flight
Yeah.
out. 3 days. Yes, Jameson, correct. 3 days max. That's all I can handle, Vegas. 3 days.
Yeah.
This
Yeah. Oh,
that week, it was just so long, and I was just like, oh my
yeah.
god, it's
Yeah,
so
Jameson was
long.
there as well. We did experience brokers at Tap and Ash on Tuesday, before TPE, and it was just too much, man. It was just too
That's it,
much.
and that's where I got to meet you for the first time in person. Was at
Oh,
that
that's
event.
right. I met Michelle as well. That's right. That's
I
right.
was
Yeah.
there, and Anthony
Yeah.
was there, who the guy who drew that portrait of me,
Yeah. Yeah. Right
and
on. Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah. How,
they were.
how, how would you in your how would you compare PCA to TPE? Like, what would
I
do you
think they're
think?
two different trade shows.
I
Uh,
believe it too. I believe it too.
they're completely different. For the brands that only do TPE, it's just the same as PCA. But for the brands that do both, it's just more so a showcase of what we have and what's to come. PCA is where you got that big drop coming. This is
Yeah.
what we want you to get excited. The cutting lights. How many cut there? There aren't very many cut lights that go on during PCA, but or
Yeah.
during TPE. But PCA, everybody has their new stuff's dropping.
Yeah.
Everybody has cut
I
lights,
agree.
and it's like, damn, dude, how am I supposed to get the 6 lounges tonight? Because everybody's holding a cutting light at the same time.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I will say too, so for anyone who on here who's listening about thinking about going to a trade show, uh, they're all really dope. Either TPA or PCA, they're all really dope. All I gotta say is I would encourage you guys to go because it's very good networking. Matter of fact, this year for PCA, I went. I think I was there for 2 days. I hopped in, hopped out, and I'm trying to do swag now. So I met. I got some lighters and some cutters coming for next year for a Cigar RockStar type thing because I met them at PCA and the deals you can get, they offer better deals during that time of the year than they do all year long. For sure. So if you're going on the retail side, or if you're going on the network side, or you're just going to meet people side, period. I advise everyone to go to a trade show, a cigar trade show.
I
For sure.
do. And even though you can't get into the trade show,
Mhm.
that's the boring part of the whole thing.
You don't have to.
You
Exactly.
don't
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not missing anything not being on the floor. I'm
Yep.
telling you, you're not missing anything because everything goes down at the bars, goes down at the clubs.
Hmm.
That's where deals go down. That's where you meet everybody. That's where all your connections are made, are outside of the sales floor. So you're
Yeah.
not missing anything. Everybody said, "Oh, well, I'd love to." I go, "No, you don't. It's boring as hell being on
Hmm.
the sales floor. I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
boring as hell out
Yep.
there. You're not missing anything whatsoever."
Not at all. Like for real. For real. And like you said, so maybe this is not a big deal to some people, but I consider myself like a little old dude,
Love you, Chalk.
whatever. And all right, Chalk, appreciate you. Um, uh, I never thought I'd be sitting down at the bar buying Rocky Patel a drink and sitting there and talking to him about cigars and having he likes I think Johnny Walker, I believe he likes Johnny Walker. I never thought a dude like me literally sitting right next to Rocky Patel having a drink with him. Crazy.
It's amazing who you meet at the
Yeah, crazy.
at these events, man. And
Yeah.
and I mean, I tell people you got to go at least once.
Yep.
You'll go once, and then you'll realize that, yeah, I went once, I'm good. I
Yep. Yep.
don't.
Or you'll go back. Or you'll go back.
We go back,
Yeah.
we go,
Yeah.
but we go every year because of what we do.
Hmm.
Me on the media side, I cover one straight media, and the other, I'm there working with a brand. And I
Yeah.
still had to find time in my small little break windows to walk the floor, to go say hi to everybody, to still
Yep.
try and do things for my brand while I'm representing another brand. It's like, man, I
Yeah.
got a 15-minute break. Let me go hit this side. Let me go talk to these people. Let me go and try. It's a lot of work being out there, man.
Eh, so that's one thing. I guess from the outside, I'm really directing my. That's one thing my kids don't see. I guess people on the outside don't see. They think I'm turning up, partying, drinking, smoking cigars, all this stuff.
Well, you are.
Yeah, it's a little bit of it. Yeah, a little bit of that. But it's still work though. I'm telling you, it's still
It
work.
is.
Like you said, bro, it's
It
still work.
is work.
Yeah,
It is work.
yeah.
I
I
I
know.
I can tell you, it's work. Look, my bed. I go to bed at practically the same time every night, except for when I go to the trade shows. And now
You can't.
you're up all night long,
Mm,
and you're
yeah.
running on empty for the entire day. It's like, man, all right, got back from this club at 4 a.m. I got to be up in 3 hours to get ready to go.
Yeah.
And
Back to
now
the
you're back
back to
out
the
on the
floor.
floor on 3 hours of sleep, hungover, and just like, oh my goodness. But
Yeah.
it was work because I made connections while I was there. I was able to sell myself while I was there. I was able to and then from that I got introduced to this person and this person that led to more, it's this whole level of networking.
Yep.
You're just, there's more to it, especially, when you see when I see you out there drinking and smoking and partying, but I also saw you at that cut and light, at that event at TPE, when you weren't up on stage. You were over talking to people and you were shaking
Oh,
hands, you were introducing, you were networking and go, oh, I gotta get back on stage. Go back, and then you get done, you were talking to somebody. I was watching how you were working.
yeah, man. It's very important to me to meet people. And so the beauty to me about cigars as well is we can agree to disagree, or we didn't got to see the like we didn't got to see the same the vision that we have, but we all have the cigar in common. I know people hear it all the time, man, but there's no else way to say it. It's actually a real life true thing. There's people I probably wouldn't fuck with outside of cigars. Period. But cigars bring us together, and that's the beauty of these trade shows. That's the beauty of cigars. The beauty of just being us as individuals is we can get together and have a conversation and agree, disagree, or whatever it may be, and have a good time and smoke cigars.
Yes. I wouldn't have met half the people I've met if it wasn't for cigars. And that was
Facts.
even
I got
before I started doing content stuff. Just people at the lounge, you know.
facts,
And
man. Facts. So what's next for you, man? You been 505 interview series, all of that. Are you staying on that course? Are you broadening up? Like what's going on?
yeah, Well, when I got that suspension last year on YouTube, it forced me to
Oh
change,
yeah.
to do this change up. I was planning on fading away from doing reviews and pre-recorded content. I was already on that path, but I was planning on slowly phasing that out over the year and building up the interview series. But
Uh
the suspension basically made me go, nope, we got to change course, and we're starting the interview series the day that the suspension ends. We're completely changing course. I have a far more fun doing live content than I do doing pre-recorded content. I enjoy
mhm.
doing the interview series and talking with people, talking with brands, introducing brands to people who may not have heard of them, introducing content creators who I like their content to a new group of people. And it's like, you should go check this person out. And then I like doing the live show on Instagram. I enjoy doing that. Now I don't do it as often as I used to, especially after Ryan left, but I
Yeah.
enjoy doing the live content because it I think it adds to, you know doing the live review show. I have so much fun doing that. the brands have a lot of fun doing that because people get to see my face, our facial
Yeah.
expressions as we smoke. You're getting real time feedback
Exactly.
off of
Exactly.
this, and you're seeing that. I had a hard time when Ryan brought this show idea up to me. I had a hard time getting brands to want to come on. I was reaching out. They're like, "Well, we'll send you cigars for review, but we don't want to come on." I'm like, "Well, we kind of want to have on because we want to introduce people to you. We want you to tell your story while we're smoking the cigar." People go. Once I finally got a couple of brands to agree to come on with us, then they started reaching out, going, "Yeah, I want to come on that live review show you do." I'm
Yeah,
like, "Yeah,
so
man."
I was gonna ask you, do you think them not wanting to come on is because they didn't know who you were, or could you think they were scared?
No, I just don't think that. I think it was a different take on doing a review, which is doing it live. It's raw. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're getting raw feedback straight from the source. You're seeing our facial expressions. You in the chat can ask questions while we are reviewing, going, I'm picking up this and I'm feeling this. And then somebody pop in with a question in regards to the blend or about the brand. And
Oh,
now
that's
that
dope.
person can get a real time answer right then and there, going, oh,
Right
okay,
from
right
that's
from the
dope.
right from the source.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dope. Yeah,
So, it was
that's
a
tough.
different
That's
take. And
tough.
and once Ryan left, you know, it's like, well, I still want to do the show because I think that the show was just starting to take off. Like it was like, man, and now you're leaving right when the show is really starting to take off. Damn. And so, when I can get guests booked on it, I've got a rotation of guest co-hosts that I bring on
Mhm.
to to do the reviews with. So, you're getting me every time, but you're getting a rotation of co-hosts, whether it be Brandy from her cigar closet or Michelle from Cigars with Them or Anthony from the One to One. I'm mixing up who I'm bringing on. So
Yeah.
getting a bit different where Ryan and I have a very similar palate. Bringing on these different people,
Uh,
now
yeah.
you're mixing up the palettes because their palettes don't align as well with mine. So you're also getting a different take. So if yeah, my palettes, hey, my palettes like Daniel's. So he likes it, I know I'll like it. Or man, my palettes like Brandy's. Okay,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
like it because
Yeah.
she's vibing with
Yeah.
this stick.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I think that works better on doing that, and Brandy had a lot of fun doing it. That she got to a point she was like, she started booking brands to come on the show. I was like, well, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. No, it's
She
dope.
she
No,
had a
no.
she had a great time. She had a great time, and the first time she was on, and she was on with the brand that I had on, like, and, that led to an opportunity for her with that brand because that
Yes.
guy
Yes.
loved her take and what she brought to the table. That
Yeah.
he's like, I'm gonna reach out to you. So,
Yeah.
uh, and so I think that led to an opportunity for her, and I'm super happy that worked out for her. So you know, eh, eh, you know, it's not all about my success because seeing her success build off of something that I had a part in creating, super happy, and I'm glad
hundred
that it
percent.
worked out. You know,
100%. 100%. And I'm on the same lines, man. I'm a, I feel like I'm a people connector. So the Whiskey Wednesday joint, I didn't do it for me. I did it because I was bored and I just wanted to bring other brands on to get people to know them. So being a people connector and having people succeed off the show or networking people together, I think it's a dope thing, man. I think it's a dope thing, and that's what it's about for sure.
I like your
For sure,
Whiskey Wednesday show. It's fun. You know,
man. You know what? So I haven't done it. I think 5 weeks, 6 weeks now, or something like that. but I promise you, because I've been busy. There's a lot of my life that I don't show on Instagram that I deal with. I wear a lot of hats. I'm low key a lobbyist. I'm a geologist. I swear there's a lot. So don't. I'm only defending myself because people are like, hey, where's that? We miss it, blah blah, we miss it, and I just had to. I was juggling too much, and I just had to calm that one down because other things were. It's a hobby for me. It's a hobby.
No, hey man, you got to take care of you, number one, and you got to take care of your family, and you got to get all your ducks in line, and then hey, if the stars align and free, let's do it.
For sure, for sure.
And
For
I
sure.
think that it's I enjoy it. I'm always looking for the posts that you're going to be running a show, and I'm like, well, because I want to jump on because I like the conversations that you have on there. I like the guests that you bring on, and I like the learning aspect because you've had people on I've not heard of before, and I got to
Yeah,
learn about somebody new. And you are a
yeah,
connector because you're always out there throwing my name out when you've had guests on. Do you know this guy? You guys need to connect, man. You need to go on his show.
yeah,
You need to. I
yeah.
appreciate it, man. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate
Man, it's all
you
love.
looking
Come
out
on,
for
bro. It's
me
all
and
love.
having my back on
Man,
it.
it's all. Hey, they know this, man. It's all love. And so I've had a few first time podcasters or guests on their first interview, and they appreciate it because I'm not here to throw anybody under the bus or whatever. Even after the interview, maybe I asked a question or they heard a question, they didn't really answer it all the way, or they didn't know the answer, so they bounced around it. And I'm like, after the fact, I'm like, hey man, so I know I saw your answer, but you might want to tighten up your answer because real cigar smokers is gonna know if it's Jalapa or if it's from Esteli or if it's from the real cigar smokers are going to know the fine details of your product. So hey, you might want to tighten up, bro. And they really respected it. You know what I mean? So I enjoy it, man. I enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah.
It just takes a lot of time. It just takes a lot of time. A lot of time.
Yeah. Amber, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very nice of you to say.
Wow, Amber's a real one. Amber's a real. She's out of Dallas as well.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know y'all don't know the talent we got here in Dallas, man. I mean, if y'all got nothing to do next weekend, come through to Dallas. Cigar October. I swear the lineup is there. It's a different lineup than you've seen. Education's involved. Women's Day is involved. Turn Night Strip Club's involved. Jazz is involved. I'm on the cusp of having a guy named Ricky Latt. He has a album out called The Leaf. He's going to try to go out for a Grammy. I was in one of his videos. He's coming out to sing a couple songs. So the vibe is there. The diversity is there. Hey, if you're in Dallas, just come through and smoke with me, man. A lot of events are low cost or free. I'm doing that so you can pay homage to the vendors or the brick and mortars. Don't spend your money with me. Spend it with brick and mortars. Spend it with these vendors who has the cigars that you've been looking for. Spend it with these vendors who are mom and pops or they're trying to make it the right way. Come rock with me if you come in Dallas next weekend. I promise you it's gonna be dope. I promise you it's gonna be dope. All I do is good vibes, bro. Daddy, all I bring is good vibes, man.
That's all you do, and I love it, and I love it, man. Man, so Cigar Rocktober begins next weekend, and you're going to be dropping details on this soon.
I was trying to do it at midnight, but I'm moving from Jameson. Jameson, you have a big part. If I could get your information, what you talking about, I want to drop it all at the same time. Then a couple venues. So it's rough out here in Dallas, man. They don't really like cigar smokers in their venues all the time. If they do, you gotta rent it out, $20,000 buy-in, stuff like that. So the business is rough out here. And there's also other people out here you can support. You can see it as competition. You can see it as whatever you want to see it as. So it's a little rough, but my idea is to bring it all together and have a good time, and we're gonna make it work, man. I'm all about the leaf, man. Danny, bring your ass out here, bro. Hey, you got a place to lay your head, man. Come on, man. Bring your birthday right, man.
Yeah.
Bring your birthday right.
If I can come up with some fundage, I will. Trust me, I'd love to be there. I'd love to be a part of that.
I guess the bad guy in me is, I know you're down for the system, man. There's a lot of them out here, brother.
I know. I spent 2 years
I know you
every
told
6
me.
weeks flying to Dallas for a fucking girl. All right. I spent
Yeah.
2 years every 6 weeks to only pour my heart out to her to go, yeah, I'm not. That's not really what I'm looking for. You're just
Hey,
a. You're
she
just
must say
a
that good.
fun. You're just fun.
Hey, she must have that good, man. You was flying in to get it. Woo-wee. Hey, ain't hating on it. I flew a lot further
That
for it. So
we have. But I thought there was something there, and apparently
I hear you.
I was just a fun distraction. Were the exact words she used.
I hear you. Hey, I'm telling you, I've heard it before too. I've heard it before. I'm a good time. I'm a good time. So that's what I hear.
I'm gonna
That's
try.
what I hear all day.
If I can swing it, I'll be there.
Yeah, if you can, man. Of course, man, like I said before, man. You got a place to lay your head, man. Come rock with us, man. It's gonna be fun.
I'm sure it will be fun, and
and you might even feel like you might even feel like a rock star, a night or two.
That's right, ladies. Yes, let's go out on the dance floor with my half a good leg I got left.
Hey, give him that skanky leg, dog. You be all right.
You get my half a good leg and my half a good hip. That's what you get.
And just put it on your thigh and just swing it around.
Sides. So that there isn't any rhythm to the groove with having half a good leg on one side and the good hip on the other side.
Hey, I'm start calling you Eileen, dog. Like, what you walking in circles? Like,
I'm just gonna sit in the chair. Yeah, we just throw the head. Yeah.
Hey,
this is about as good as it gets.
Hey, long as you got some rhythm, you'll be all right. Hey, so I think isn't it Hispanic Heritage Month? I know you got some roots in New Mexico, which is heavily, Hispanic. You rock with Hispanic Heritage much?
No, because it's also the same as Italian Heritage Month.
Oh, I didn't know that. Italian don't get no love then. I never heard that. Italian don't get no love on that.
It's so it shares. So I get I don't growing up Italian and growing up in a predominantly Hispanic area, we didn't need a month to celebrate our culture. We just did it at any time, any place. It didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Eileen, the Cigar Rocktober will be in Dallas next weekend. So
yes, it's 25th to 29th. 25th to 29th.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm hoping to drop everything at midnight. Eventbrite link, all of that at midnight. Itinerary, all that at midnight. It is completely filled out. I've just been strategic in my advertising of it for my own reasons, and I'm nervous. But it's fun.
You don't need to be nervous. You need to be nervous if you see me show up. Then you got to be nervous.
Oh no! Well, if you show up, everything will be good, man. What are you talking about?
If I show up, then you got to be nervous because you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. If you show up, I know everybody else is gonna be here.
I show up. That's right. I come here to kind of move around in a circle with my bad lower body.
Hey, your legs are probably better than mine. Maybe you should throw a kilt on, bro. I don't know.
I got the half a good leg. That's it. That's all I got left. And I wish it was like the lower half of the leg. No, it's just the upper half.
Oh man. Hey, how's the memorabilia doing, man? I know you action figures and all that in cards. How's the memorabilia doing? You talk about it that much, man. Is that you keep that separate from cigars? Is that a whole different?
It's completely separate from cigars. It's just another hobby that I've been into. That I go, that it has its own separate Instagram page, own separate YouTube channel. So and more so, it's just more showcasing my side of what I enjoy within the hobby. mail days, stuff I'm picking up and buying and investing in, card breaks that I buy into. What did I win? How bad did I get skunked? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll do occasional videos of me ripping into packs so you can see that I just wasted $100 and got shit.
So you do it? Do you do it as a hobby for like all the collecting stuff, or you do it as a business? Like you be
I
selling stuff and,
both.
and, and trading and all that?
Yeah, I've got an eBay store that I post up sports cards on.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay. This
uh,
this this is the nerdy side of Danny I don't know about. It's a little bit of nerdy side
of
right
course,
here.
sports cards, action figures, comic books. Yeah.
You into baseball?
I was drafted out of high school.
Shut up. What? What?
Yeah.
No way. What?
Yeah. I was drafted in the 21st round by the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, what? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god! What happened to that, bro? You ain't want to do no baseball? Like what? What?
So
That's crazy, man.
it came with a $2,500 signing bonus, and I had to pay my own way to someplace in the middle of nowhere, Alabama. And I just didn't think that it was worth it. If I was a higher draft pick, it would have probably been something I would have done. And so I chose to go.
So you dispelled a myth that everybody's drafting automatic millionaires.
No, and I picked the football route, and I ended up putting my knee on the other side of my leg, and it ended up really ending everything for me. Because after I recovered, I tried to walk onto the baseball team, but my timing was so off because I hadn't swung a bat, in a long time. And the coach was like, "Oh, go take the year to go get your timing back and come back," but I never did.
Yeah. Knee injuries are tough, man. I've had 2 knee surgeries. I've torn my ACL, my meniscus. I've done some kneecap damage. So leg injuries are always tough for athletes. Always. It never was the same.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, I was drafted, and then
did you smoke cigar? Did you smoke cigars on the baseball field?
Not on the field, but I would smoke out on the field.
Were you a baseball fan? I remember when I was a lad, man. I think they made dip, like chewing tobacco, illegal for the MLB for a minute.
It is. It already is.
But yeah. That happened many years ago, though. I remember that. Yeah.
Still didn't stop me from dipping.
You said dip too?
I still do. I'll have a dip. I'll have a dip. I'll have a dip or chaw and smoking a cigar.
Oh, bruh, what? Why? So you a tobacco fan?
I am. Like, I can't smoke cigars in the work truck. So I got dip and chaw, so I can get that sweet lady nicotine. I can get my vitamin N hit throughout the day.
Yeah. What about hookah? You a hookah fan?
No, I've never done hookah.
You have cigarettes?
No, I've smoked cigarettes, but I'm not a fan of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of, just tobacco. I started dipping when I was 12 years old. And
Jesus Christ.
I've been doing it ever since then. When I would when I was playing baseball, since you didn't have tobacco, I'd get like the big league chew. I'd chew it up and then wrap it around chaw and then put it in my mouth. So if anybody
what?
I'd have a big
you crazy.
Like
I
just had a big wad of gum in my mouth.
You crazy. One second. You crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a fan of tobacco. I don't know about the rest of you. Fan of tobacco. I enjoy it. It's delicious. And I got to get that vitamin N hit throughout the day. So there's no way I'm going to be able to put in a 14-hour shift at work and not get my fix in throughout the day, especially since a lot of my day is spent driving. So cigars and whiskey's good. I just can't drink, I can't drink in the work vehicle. And especially now I can't I used to smoke in the work truck till they put a camera in there. So now I definitely can't smoke in there. Once that camera went in, that ended that for me.
So there's a question when I get a physical or whatever. People ask me about my tobacco uses. Tell them cigars. But at one point, the question they ask is if I ever smoked cigarettes, and I regretfully always have to tell them yeah. And I feel like I have a good excuse because I was in the military. I did 2 tours of Iraq, whatever. So they teach you when you're in Iraq, if they offer you a cigarette or offer you anything, it's rude and disrespectful to say no. So that's how you get along with the locals there. They offer you a cigarette and it's like, oh yeah, I'll take one. Tell me where the bad guys are, or what do you got going on, or where what's going on. And I was pounding them down for 4 months, man. And I guess I have to put that in my record.
Wow, I don't even tell them when I go to the doctor. Do you use tobacco? No.
Really? Am I not supposed to tell them I do cigars?
Because so what that does is it flags you with your insurance company. So
it might be too late for me.
Yeah. Do you? Yeah. Anytime it says it, do you use tobacco? No, I don't use tobacco. As I'm in the doctor's office with a big old chaw in my mouth.
So you used to wrap Big League Chew around dip?
Yeah.
Oh my!
You can't have tobacco. You can't have tobacco on school grounds. So how do you get away from it? I chew up a bunch of Big League Chew, pull it out, wrap it, and put it around chaw. Put it in there. So if anybody looked, yeah, there you go. Look, it's just gum.
Yeah. I've tried it a few times, man. That's not my thing. I got sick as a dog. My first thing trying was I sucked my grandfather's Red Man when I was younger, a teenager. Red Man it was a leaf tobacco. Yeah.
Delicious.
Okay, that's yours. The second time what I felt the worst was I think I had like Skull Mint or Skull Wintergreen. Does that sound familiar? Something like that. Yeah. Oh my God.
Why are you gutting it?
But it put me on my ass, man.
Why are you swallowing? Don't swallow.
I didn't. So this was many moons ago. I think I was 18. Never smoked anything like that. 18, 19 in the military. Everybody doing it. So hey, try this. And I did it, and I just learned from watching. I don't think I ever swallowed, but I also never did nicotine. So just that immediate hit of nicotine shooting straight into my vein.
So
it was over. Over.
So yeah, with the snuff, they put fiberglass in there, so it cuts your gums, so the nicotine goes straight into your blood.
It literally, I was messed up, bro. I was messed up. I felt like I had to take a shit. I felt like I was going to throw up. I was lightheaded. I was spitting like every 2 seconds.
Most people put it in their front lip.
Yeah,
I put it in the back.
I'll put it right there.
Yep. No,
some old country white dude was like, just throw it in there. I pack it, thinking, trying to be cool. I felt like I took a medium. I can't do a bitch hit. Took a medium-sized hit, put it in, like, oh yeah, I got this. Fuck me up.
Yeah, it happens to some people.
If you guys want a nicotine high, if you're a tobacco fan, do chew.
You know why they call it snuff though, right?
No, why do they call it snuff?
Because you're supposed to snort it.
What? Tobacco.
Snuff.
You're supposed to snort tobacco.
Yeah. If you buy snuff is made to be snorted.
I can't see it. Have you ever snorted it?
Yes.
How?
Yeah. Now you want to talk about getting fucked up?
How was it hit? How was it hit on that?
It fucked me up.
snorted some stuff. I can't believe it. Oh my god.
Fucked me up.
Oh my god. Like an immediate high. Like what? Like
yes, it
I
was
want to
like
know.
an
Like what's
it was like an immediate high. Like all of a sudden, like my eyes dilated, and I was like,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
yeah,
I have never heard that.
yeah. But
I've
that's why
never
it's
heard
called
that.
snuff, because it was meant to be snorted, not put in your mouth.
Oh man. Oh man.
That's why you
So
have the
so
difference.
how?
You have snuff and long cut.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Stuff is more finely cut.
Snuff is finer, which was meant for snorting.
Yep.
Long cut was meant to go
Yep.
in your mouth.
I mean, they got pouches and packing shit now, man.
They have
It makes
pouches.
it eat.
I do the pouches now over anything else, just because it's easier to conceal in my mouth when I'm working.
Yep. And it seemed like it's more clean too.
Yes, you don't have
No.
tobacco all in your mouth. You're not
A
walking
bunch of
up.
loose tobacco on your
You're not
teeth.
walking up to somebody smiling. Having with black all over your teeth. What's up, girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever dated a chick that chewed?
No.
That's a tough one for me, man. I just there's something out there. Would you date a chick that chewed? Would you date a chick that
I
chewed?
wouldn't care. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah, I don't care. My ex used to sneak. I know she used to sneak my pouches, so I knew she was doing it. I know she was because it would be like, like I just buy a new can, and all of a sudden, like 2 days, in like 2 days, I'm like down. I'm like, nah, I know I didn't use this much throughout the day. I knew she was sneaking it.
Oh my god! You think that was actually sexy to you? You sexy for a female to?
I mean, you can't tell. You can't tell I got a dip in right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. No shit. Yeah. Yeah, you ever got some head with somebody with a dip in? With a chick with a dip in? Yeah.
Well, no, because I haven't experienced a woman having any of that in her mouth. I'm not saying I wouldn't be against it. I'm just saying,
I mean, that shit. Oh, and that shit might be. Hey, that shit might be everything. Little tingling sensation from the nicotine.
That's
and
right.
And then it's wet as fuck because her shit be.
Yes, that's right. Sloppy. Damn, girl, I gotta put a towel down. You're drooling all over the floor.
Oh my god! I think I'm just. I don't know about that. Oh no.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I've never been with a girl that's dipped that I'm aware of or chewed. I've been with women who smoked. I mean, back in the day, back in the early 2000s, I used to seek out the women who smoke cigarettes because if they smoke, they poke.
Yeah. I can't, man. I can't. So I know I'm gonna get some flack on this. So just please let me have my opinion. Everybody who's on here watching, please let me have my opinion. I just can't. A woman who spits, it's not ladylike to me, man. Like I just can't.
Well, that's because
can't do it.
That's because spitters are quitters. And if she's gonna dip, I need.
Especially if she got a dip in and she man, put it. I just can't, man. I just can't.
I seldom spit anymore. I usually just end up gutting it. And you know what? If I can gut it, if I can gut it, I expect her to gut it. I'm like, come on.
Oh.
You got no problem. You got no problem swallowing the kids, but you draw the line at gutting tobacco. Yeah, okay. All right.
There's some. I see that. Okay, there's some
I didn't know you were
there's some
plural.
conversation in that.
Yeah.
There's some conversation in that. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I was talking to a homegirl of mine. We just getting these friendship debates, whatever. She gets her female opinion. I give my male opinion, and she was. We talked about. Oh my god, I feel like I'm saying too much. Anyway, we were just talking about how women. Oh my god. Put it this way: there's between like being private and privacy. So there's times when women will give up their private, but they won't give you the code to their phone. So they respect their phone and their privacy more than they do their private parts. Something along those lines. And we got to a whole debate about that. And some good arguments can be said on that. Some good arguments can be said.
I got nothing to hide. I know my ex went through my phone because she, she referred to the cigar whores out there, and I'm like, first off,
Wait, we talking about me? Am I in that?
No, the women who she sees photos, like she got jealous of like pictures of some of the women I was taking pictures with, and
What?
I'm just like, why? I go, first off, I got nothing to hide. And I even shot, I was like, go through my DMs. I go, all my DMs, it's nothing but business. I go, my relationship with these women is strictly business. That's it. It's strictly business. There's nothing inappropriate going on. Literally, I have a business relationship with these women because, we've got, I'm trying to book them onto the show, or they want me to help promote something, So what I got going on, it's strictly. I go, furthermore, most of these women are already taken and they ain't got nothing to do with this. All right. Maybe if they've had a couple drinks, I become, I become I become rockstar sexy.
So you know what? It's funny because I'm not one of those guys who are very protective of my phone. At least for the let me try to watch my words carefully here. At least for like maybe the women I'm dating or seeing, literally it's kind of like you kind of know what I'm about. I already told you what it is. Feel free to. I'll show you some shit, but don't be shocked and don't be you. This is what it is. Either you being entertained by these DMs and these others, whatever, or you just it ain't for you.
I think your DMs are a little bit different than my DMs.
Maybe. I don't know. They might win the Great White Hope, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Look, yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that woman slide into my DMs being like, I want to use your, hey, I want to use your face as a place to sit. All right, I'd like that DM, but I ain't getting it. All right, no.
I've got some pretty.
No, I get the gay guys who want me to take a video of me smoking a cigar and blowing smoke onto my feet. That's what I get. That's what I get.
Oh my god!
Could you put a lit cigar between your toes and then blow smoke on your toes and take a picture and send it to me? Oh fuck! What?
Hey, hold on. Hey, how's it feel to be wanted, man? How's it feel to be wanted? Like.
I would rather just clear a place for, on the throne for a nice lady. Instead, I get a guy who's instead I get these weirdo guys who are like, blow smoke on your feet. Oh, can you blow smoke ring? It's so sexy when you blow smoke rings. I'm like, ugh. Okay.
Hey, bro. Hey, trust me. I am hit on by guys all the time, and I understand. And so I do.
These are good-looking guys. I look at their profile and I'm like, why can't a good-looking guy hit on me? I mean, flatter me.
With me, it's like, okay, I do. So thank you. I am flattered, but at the same time, it's like, oh, what part of me does pronounce that I'm living that lifestyle? Like I don't. So I get the fingernails and whatever.
I don't know. I mean,
But I do know I bleed sexuality. Like I bleed sex
yes, you
appeal.
do.
Like period. Like what part of me thinks you have a chance? Like I
I don't know.
don't
I
know.
mean, I'd spoon with
I
you.
don't know. I don't know. All right, so I've done that before. So I had a troop. I had a fellow Marine. He was going down for hypothermia, and the best way to fight hypothermia is to get in a sleeping bag with him.
And spoon. Yeah,
With,
there's nothing wrong.
that's
There's
the
nothing
only.
wrong with
That's
that.
the only way. That's the only way to do it.
Yeah,
That's the
there's
only way to
nothing
do
wrong
it.
with that. Besides,
Nah.
you're, you exude sexuality on there, and all right, yeah, that's fine.
That's just what it is. That's just
I'm
my
a big
aura.
guy. I wrap my arms around you. I'll make you feel safe.
Hey, big boys, and it's getting cold outside. You about to be
You see,
winning.
this is
You
the
about to be
time of
winning.
year women find me attractive.
You about
It's
to be
from
winning, bro. You
November
about to
to
be winning.
April. They all want me, but then come the summertime, no. That's saying, yeah. That's right. They all want the big guy to keep them warm in the winter. Then they
Nah, you need.
yeah, I'll come
Hey,
back in. I'll be back in October for you.
Nah, hey, you need to throw some. You need to throw some color. Hey, do you tan? You tan?
Yeah.
Or do you burn? Throw some throw some melanin. Throw some shades on the on the white skin, man. You gonna bring a different look to them. Go tanning, bro. Go tanning.
I show up. I roll up and I'm like, all right, ladies, I'm here. Hold on a second. Let me get the chest lettuce all ready to go for you.
Yeah. Yeah, good time. It's so one thing that I do love though is there's so many beautiful sensitive leaves in our community, man. Diverse. I'm not even talking about one specific gender or one specific ethnicity. So many beautiful ones, and there's so many beautiful ones that support me, support us, and just say, I see what you're doing, man, and your unorthodox ways are grabbing my attention, but I see you about the community and I rock with you. So I do love that, a lot of sister leads, man, they support a lot of their brother leads,
Yes.
no matter what. If it's me, or if it's you, if it's Jameson, if it's anyone, Alan, anyone, and I do love the vibe, the culture, the ambition, the tenacity, the beauty that the sister leads bring to the cigar community, for sure. They'll definitely keep you going.
I love it too, and I appreciate all of them. I appreciate the support from them. Means a lot, and whatever I can do to help support them, I'm always down. I think that you know, I get it, and a lot of them have to deal with a lot of creeps out there, and
Yep.
If I can provide if I can provide a safe space from the creepiness out there, for the ladies, I'm all for it. Which is one thing. Like I told my ex, I go, look, I'm not a creep, so and they can be themselves, they can have fun, and they don't have to worry about me all up in their shit, because I could care less. Half the time my dick don't work anyway, so they ain't got nothing to worry about.
I'm about to be cigar porn star here in a minute though, so we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, no, but the for real though, like the cigar crosses so many different aspects, and one aspect that was brought to my mind was by Say Cool, like literally not even talking no bullshit. Say Cool has enlightened me on the cigar world in his lifestyle, and I think it's so amazing. You got to remember though, like I'm an artist, like I'm a creative, so I'm always seeing the creative portion. I'm always seeing the positive portion. I'm never viewing it as other people view it. Like most people view like sex first or the negative first. I don't even do that. I'm like, oh my God, look at that. That's amazing. Shout out to them for having the courage to do it or whatever it may be. So these cigars crosses so many different thresholds. And shout out to Say Cool, man. Say Cool, Leather and Leaf. He has his own niche, his own vision. But he definitely put me on to a realm where cigars I had no idea. I had no idea.
I didn't either. Him being part of that community, but then being open to share his experiences in that.
Yep.
It's super enlightening and learning. And it's something learning because it wasn't. That's not something I would have thought about. So
not at all.
Not at all. Yeah. Total shout out to Sekou. Dude. And he's out there now living his best life in Africa. So kudos to him for that.
Where you going, man? Where you going to Africa, bro? Where you going?
I don't know.
You gonna come back married?
I don't know. I have that problem when I go to the Dominican. I almost come back married.
I never been to DR, man. I would love to go to Pro Cigar, man. I've never been to DR.
All I can say is there's so many beautiful women in the Dominican, and then you fall in love, and then you walk down the street like all Twitter pated, and you see a chick who's 10 times hotter than the one you were all about. You're like, damn, look at that one. All right.
When you going to Africa, bro? When you going to Africa, though?
I don't know. I got to get my passport situation fixed first.
Oh, man, you need a passport, man. Come on, man.
I let it expire. And so then I had to go through the whole process like a brand new passport. So now I'm in the waiting game area. But, I'm more than likely my first trip with that passport is, going to be to the Dominican. But if I can't, Puerto Rico's nice. Puerto Rico.
Yeah, you don't need passport. I love Puerto Rico. I've probably been like 6 times. So what's your favorite region to smoke? Is it Dominican Republic tobacco or is it Nicaragua? Like what's your favorite?
Nicaraguan. Yeah. I would probably go Nicaraguan 1, African 2, Peruvian 3, and then Dominican probably 4, Honduran 5, Indonesian 6.
Wow, that's a surprise. Dominican's so low because Fuente's out of Dominican Republic, right? Is that right?
Yeah, Fuente's out of the Dominican. I got to put the U.S. up there. I'd probably put the U.S. at like 3, maybe 3 or 4.
What do you think in U.S.? Just from a tobacco standpoint or from a blend standpoint?
From the tobacco standpoint, you remember that, for a long time, the U.S. was heavy tobacco producer and was a cash crop for us out there. Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania. It was there. Old cigars back in the day, like 48 of the 50 states grow consumable tobacco. But
I didn't know that. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
For the most part now, that tobacco is really only grown on reservations, and it's used for tribal needs, not for consumable needs. Like Wisconsin used to be the world's leading producer for binder tobacco. Came out of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yes.
What?
You can go back and find old ads from the 20s and 30s that will tell you about the cigar and go made with quality, the highest quality Wisconsin binder.
Oh no, that don't sound right to me. That don't sound right.
Wisconsin was huge in growing tobacco for binder because it was strong, had to adapt to that climate of Wisconsin, so it was a strong tobacco. It blended in well with Dominican and Cuban tobacco, and so the cigars that came out in the 20s and 30s, the vast majority were produced with Wisconsin tobacco as binder.
So Wisconsin has a climate to grow tobacco?
Yeah, in the summertime.
Oh my God.
They grow tobacco in Connecticut, and Connecticut is
Yeah, that's true. That's 100%.
Pennsylvania is
Yeah.
cold as fuck in the winter.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. I only know. Yeah, you're 100% right. It's crazy. So I'm spiritual by nature. I've practiced a lot of different religions. Now I'm just kind of got my own thing going, more on the Buddhist Muslim side type thing, whatever you want to call it, whatever. And so I believe we're all connected somehow, whatever. So I recently found out. My mother showed me a 1920 census, and she showed me that my great greats whatever were like 9 to a house, but they were tobacco sharecroppers in North Carolina, which I thought was so interesting and so weird. So maybe that's where I get my love of cigar from, tobacco from. Is
Yep.
little did I know it was brought up in my heritage. Little did I know. And I was born and raised in North Carolina until I was 12. And North Carolina is a tobacco state, at least back in the day. So I just thought it was so interesting that I'm connected to my ancestors, my roots or tobacco through my heritage, and I had no idea.
Yeah, and I think that I don't disagree with you. That I think it probably somewhere along our lines kind of set us up for what we're into, how what we enjoy, where we're at is because connected through our ancestors and what they were a part of.
Yeah, yeah. Does you said you were Italian? Does the Italian have Italy has tobacco?
Yes, it does.
Oh, that's right. The Tuscany or whatever. The Tucson. What's the?
They
I only
do.
smoked one Italian.
They do.
It's also the T. I only smoked one. I think it was started with a T, and they told me to cut it in half and smoke both ends.
So the Italy does manufacture tobacco. Not so much on the wrapper side. Most manufacturers will tell you that they make great filler, great binder, but wrapper wise, they're not the greatest for use in that out there. Ish with Banff Cigars has an Italian cigar out there, the Mafioso.
Mm. Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah, okay.
so Italy does have tobacco. Germany Germany does. England, Ireland. Ish has a cigar that uses tobacco from Romania, from Transylvania.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
What?
the blood of Vlad is what he calls the cigar, and he went and he found tobacco. He travels the world. He
Yeah,
found
I heard
tobacco
about that.
farmers that grow tobacco in Romania, and he went and he's like, all right, Transylvanian tobacco, cool, and he made a
Get the
blend with it.
fuck. That's so before its time. That's so amazing.
Yeah,
That's so amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
England used to be very heavy into it, not so much now. Ireland still manufactures tobacco mainly on the pipe side of things, but Ish again
Mm-hmm.
went to Ireland and used traditional Irish pipe tobacco in a cigar blend.
So do you think? You mentioned earlier that some brands come out with a cigar and it's kind of like all the same. Is it really? Yeah, please. Thank you. Is it really? Are two cigars really the same? Like, I mean, you got different crops, you got different
No,
soil
I don't
content, you
think
got
so.
different regions. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's subtle taste differences or subtle differences, do you think two cigars are actually like the same?
No, I think that the unoriginality in a lot of blends from the big brands there, it just kind of it doesn't do anything for me. It's like, yeah, all right, it's fine. Now what?
Do you think it's because like big brands maybe push cigars to the consumer, and then maybe boutiques kind of bring a little bit more intimacy to the cigar, like they create it by their hands and for their
Yeah, I
feeling
think so.
type thing?
I think there's more,
Yeah.
but I think that the boutique lines put more thought into the originality of the blends. You know, because they're out there, they're working, they're out there, they're working with a master blender. They have ideas on what they want to do, and they link up with a master blender that kind of sees the same vision that they're looking for and creates something different and unique that you don't see out of a lot of brand, out of a lot of
Yeah.
blends out there. AJ,
Yeah.
Big Country Cigars. What
Oh
he
yeah. Oh yeah.
totally original in his thinking, and he tells you worked with this blender. I kind of gave him an idea of what I wanted, where I was going, and then settled. And now he's working on his own. Now he's working on his own blends himself, not going through
Yeah.
a master
Yeah.
blender. And
Yeah.
so I it's that kind of thing where they're definitely more hands on instead of just kind of like throwing shit against the wall and seeing if it
Yeah.
sticks.
Yep. Yeah,
That
or
way.
just buying somebody else's shit. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. Shout out AJ, man.
Yeah,
AJ Buford, Big Country.
that's right.
For
The
sure.
legend. You got to
No.
refer to him as legend.
Yeah, no,
He
he's
hate,
a
he hates it.
oh
That's why I call him
I-
legend all the time. He hates it.
he's a good I have a lot of respect for him, man.
You did your
A
own
lot of
cigar,
respect.
Eileen. That's cool.
Okay.
All right.
Demo. Oh, okay. Man, that takes some I ain't ready for it, man. People have approached me trying to get me come my own band, but one I'm not ready to is I want to do it. I don't know if it's the same or unlike anybody else, but I want to be from the seed to the harvest to the fermentation. Like I want to do the whole process instead of saying, "Hey, roll one for me," and I'll pick my favorite two out of them. I want to be really a part of the process.
I you know I I've been hit up on that, and it's something I seriously considered. But at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, I enjoy, I enjoy helping these brands out, especially when it's like they want, you know, here I'm sending you some stuff I'm working on. Give me your feedback on what you think.
Yeah.
What should I change? What does this need? I enjoy doing that far more than if I was out there. I have an idea of what I'd love to do if I was going to
Uh-huh.
put out my own cigar. I know I have a total idea of what I would want that cigar to be. Already got it down, wrapper, binder, filler. I already know how I want that cigar to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've got an idea, but again, I'm at this point I'm not. It's not something that I'm interested in. I prefer the helping aspect. I enjoy helping
Yeah.
these brands out. I appreciate the fact that they trust my palate enough that they want me to give them feedback on what they're working on, and that means a lot to me. That you trust my palate that much.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I kind of wish I'm kind of hating on you a little bit. But I think when people see me smoking, it's not like, oh, I trust his palate. He smokes good cigars. I think it's more of an entertainment value for me. Let me get this in Rossall's hands so he can make a cool video. But I rather for it to be your lines. I've been smoking for 17 years, man. That's nothing to be, that's something to brag about, to me. So I do know what I like. Of course, I think we all work on our palate throughout our career. I think for sure.
Yeah, I
But
I
I know what I'm talking about when it comes to tobacco. I think that's lost because people see me as this entertainer, I guess, for lack of a better
I
word.
yeah. Yeah, I'm still honing, 23 years in, I think I'm still honing my palate because I still smoke
Yeah,
stuff and I'm still picking up new stuff I've never picked up in a cigar before. And I'm like, dang, I love that. I love that. I think it's
yeah.
great. But I also, like after trade shows, I take a month off from smoking because we smoke so much at those
Oh my
shows
god.
that
Yeah,
my
yeah.
palate's shot and I gotta take a break and let it reset. Otherwise,
Hmm.
what's the point of doing what I'm doing if I'm working on a shit palate? My palate's
Yeah,
burnt out.
yeah. I'm there too. I'm there too, and especially when you go to these trade shows or these cigar weeks, whatever. I mean, I literally smoke 8, 9, 10 a day.
Yes, it gets to the point
Eh,
when you're out there, you're just smoking to smoke. You can't taste anything at that point.
Not at all. You're right. You're right.
You're just smoking
You're
to
right.
smoke. It's just like, hey, we're here, we're just hanging out, being social. Everybody else is smoking. I might as well. I don't couldn't
Yeah.
tell you what this cigar tastes like.
Yeah,
But
I mean that's not necessarily a bad thing too, man. Because I think I mentioned I was on a show recently, man, and I think one of the things I mentioned is I feel like cigars now are becoming a very much more of a social aspect. Like I know people who don't even smoke and go to a lounge just to chill amongst the like-minded people type thing.
yeah, It's a fun social aspect. I mean, how many awesome conversations have you had at a lounge with people that if you were going to go anywhere else, you wouldn't have had that conversation.
Not at all.
You know,
Not at
I
all.
have some of my best
100%.
conversations come from lounges, and I
Yep.
talk with people who would
Yep.
never talk to me, and why,
Yep.
especially like white collared people would never talk to me. Being a blue
Yeah.
collared guy,
Yeah.
I, manual labor, manual grunt labor. But they're fascinated by what I do because it's not something they can do.
Yep.
You know, and
Yep.
on the white collar side, I think sure, I probably could do that job if I wanted to, but why? I get to be outside. I get to travel and be out. I get to interact with people. I'm not stuck in an office behind a chair. I get to
Yeah.
be out there. I work with my hands every single day, and I every day's different for me. I'm not doing the same thing every single day. I don't know. I don't
Yep.
think I could do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Especially maybe the younger culture is I hear they get bored really quick. So
Yeah.
2 years in one job, they might be rotating through or whatever it may be, or a new
I
hobby
just
or new
I just
entrepreneurship.
celebrated. I just last week, last Wednesday was my 15 years at Coke.
Damn, bro! Congratulations. That's dope, bro. That's dope
And
for sure.
I
You rocking out with him? Like you stay there for another 15? Like what's going on?
at this point I'm going to be there for another. I'll be there for another 35, unless something better comes along that can pay me better than what I get paid now.
But then you gotta start over though. That's a tough. That'd be a tough
And
thought.
that's the downside because people like I don't know how people can constantly bounce from job to job out there. I'm like, I don't want. I have spent 15 years working my way up. I don't want to be
Yep.
back down on the bottom again. Man, it takes
Nah.
forever to climb
Nah.
up to to get where
Yep.
I'm at. It's
Well.
taken me almost 15 years to get where I'm at. To be in the
Yeah.
position I'm at, I don't want to start back at the bottom. If I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to leave, there's going to be some serious conversations. No, man, I've spent this much time in. You're going to honor the
Yep.
amount of time. I'm going to come in with the same amount of seniority that I left my other job at
Yep.
because I'm not starting back at zero again.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm not.
That's tough. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I've busted my ass for 15 years to be where I'm at, and I'm not starting over. It's just, and I'm getting too old to start over at this point.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I'm going to be 41 next week, and trying to start over again in another career. Get the fuck out of here, man.
No, I mean, way. It's challenging. It's not impossible, but it's there's some challenges. There's some challenges for sure.
I've put in the 15 years, and I get it. Look, and I get it fully to Coke. I'm just a number. They don't give a fuck about me.
Hell yeah! Come on now.
I'm just
Hell
a
yeah!
number.
All of us. Hell yeah! Unless you're a CEO, somebody who owns, 1,000-person company. Come on, man. We all are.
Yeah.
For sure.
Look, my boss knows who I am. And my boss's boss knows who I am. Nobody else knows who I am. To me, all they see is a number on a piece of paper. That's who I am to them, a number. And I'm not going I'm not going to Eileen, 49, face red, droopy eyes. Oh, stop, Eileen.
Eileen, come on. You roll cigars, Eileen. You come on.
Yeah.
You got your own cigar. That speaks volumes right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't do it, I'm at where I'm at, But I also saw what they did, I saw what Coke did for the guy I work with after his 50th anniversary with the company. He's a guy who's been working there since he was 16. And what they do for his 50th, they got him an ice cream cake. I'm like, this dude's been here since he was 16 years old.
50
and you give him
years.
and you
He
celebrate
is
50 years with an
invested
ice
in
cream
the.
cake.
Oh, hey, does Coke fuck with cigars?
No, they don't.
Oh, they missing out though.
They don't.
They
They don't.
missing out.
You
They
know,
need they
but
need to do a Coca-Cola and Jack Daniels drink and just pair that shit with some fucking partner cigar that makes sense money wise for them, and it's gonna sell.
I have, you know, eh, I remember when Coke used to send us to Atlanta all the time for training,
Oh yeah. The
and
headquarters. That's what the headquarters is, right?
yeah, and I had so much fun. That's really where I got exposed to real cigar culture was in Atlanta.
Mm.
Was going there for training and then hitting up the cigar lounges in the evening.
So I would like to say, my opinion is Atlanta for real cigar culture. That could be debatable.
Well,
Atlanta,
coming from New Mexico to
ah,
Atlanta to a big city,
ah,
I completely different aspect.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
a Friday night. It's a block party going on at a cigar lounge, and then you
yeah,
just go to the next one. You go a couple miles down the road to another lounge, and there's another block party going on, and you're having
yeah,
fun, and there's
yeah,
great food and awesome people to talk to. That's where I really got exposed to it's more than just sitting in a recliner at a lounge and just sitting there smoking and having a casual conversation. There's a lot more fun that can be had. And
yeah,
I didn't know any of that existed until I got to Atlanta and I got to
yeah.
experience that. You
Yeah.
know,
Have you been to like Atlanta Cigar Week or Atlanta Cigar Experience?
no, I have not.
You should, man. At least I would say go
I
at least once
I
and check it.
don't
So
I don't need to leave there with a wife.
I wouldn't leave it with a wife, but I might leave there with a baby. So
I, that's a possibility too. I may have a couple in Atlanta that I'm
you just don't
unaware of.
know about So I know you rock with PCA and TPE. You also with the what's the joint in Boulder, the Rocky
Rocky Mountain
Mountain.
Cigar Fest.
Yeah. Has there been other like cigar trade shows or cigar fest you wanted to go to check out?
Back in the day, back in the day when I worked with Reynolds Tobacco, I used to go to all those. There was far more trade shows that used to be out there, like Midwest Cigar Fest. I used to
Mm-hmm.
go to all the time. That was fun as fuck in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but recently, I haven't been to a whole lot. I've done the Big Smoke twice, and
Mm-hmm.
I've done it twice. I wouldn't go back and do it again. But it's a fun event if you've never been. It's fun.
Yeah. Was that was
Um,
that was that West was that West Palm?
no, it's in Vegas.
Oh, the
Big
Big Smoke. Oh yeah, Big Smoke Vegas. Yeah,
Big
that's
Smoke.
November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been I've been to the Ybor City Cigar Fest in Tampa,
Yep. Heritage Fest. Yeah,
and I've
yeah.
been
That's a good
to
time. That's a good time.
and I was at um last year I went to the boutique uh the boutique something show in Tampa, and that was fun.
Uh huh.
But again, it was one of those shows where it was designed to be a B2B type show, but not enough B2B showed up. So
Ah, okay. Okay.
the
Yeah.
concept was great, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, it just I'm like, I don't think you're gonna get the retail shops in, and not I don't think not enough retail shops show because they wanted to make it an annual thing, but I don't just kind of didn't work out the way that I think they planned. But it was a fun event and it was great, and I helped those guys promote it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it takes time, man. Like we were talking about earlier, the BCA at PCA for the first time. Okay, there's some hiccups, okay. Patience, give some time, listen to feedback, and let it grow from there.
Uh, so Eileen, the big smoke is fun to do once. You go once, it's fun. You get a lot of cigars. Um, you know, the it's you get a lot of cigars. The events are fun, but other than that, if you've gone to any cigar events in Vegas,
It's
it becomes the same as every cigar event you've ever done in Vegas.
yeah,
But the event itself is fun. You get a lot of cigars, and you meet a lot of people. It's cool. Cigar aficionado really kind of goes all out in the party
yep,
aspect of it, and that's a
yep,
lot of. I've gone twice. I wouldn't go again. That's just me personally. Because you know I thought it may be different from year to year, but it's the same exact thing as it was the year before.
yeah.
Um,
And
but
it's a hefty ticket price as well.
it's a hefty ticket price. Yeah.
Yeah,
I paid the first year I went, and the second year I went as media. I actually got approved for a media pass on it. So, but it was exactly the same as it was the year before. So I gotta say, go and do it once. You'll have a lot of fun. You'll get a lot of smokes, but don't expect if you want to go back, that it's going to be different than the next year, because it won't be. And if you've done cigar stuff in Vegas, it becomes just like that cigar bar hopping and stuff. And
I agree. I agree. So I went 2 years ago, and it just wasn't.
yeah, you got a
Yeah,
lot of smokes. You met
yeah,
some cool people. The
yeah,
the party itself was a lot of fun, but you know, I tell you, do it
yeah,
once. You do it
yeah,
once, you'll be like, yeah, I had fun, but you probably wouldn't do it again.
yeah, yeah, for sure. My
Yeah,
my my, my my favorite times in Vegas were definitely TPE PCA.
yeah.
Definitely,
I have a lot of fun.
for sure.
It's good. Me trying to swing going back there 6 weeks apart. Oof.
Hey, there's one year I went to Vegas 6 times. So good
I
times.
know. Well, look, I like TPE because I can get in and out, but PCA, at least PCA this year isn't 5 days. They
Yep,
narrowed it. 3 days. They've knocked it down to. So,
I saw
I
that.
can probably make PCA a 4 or 5 day thing instead of 8 days like it was
Yeah,
last year.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
You know,
And I mean, for anybody who's watching though, like even if you can come in for 1 or 2 days, you ain't gotta stay for 8 days. You gotta stay for 4. Oh my God, excuse me. Yeah.
yeah. When
So
you're there
sorry, excuse
working
me.
with
So
a
sorry, excuse me.
brand, you're kind of you got to do you're kind of on the brand schedule. So you got to get in, you got to do the setup, you've got to get everything. The only uh bright side to going in like with the brand is I don't, Alan gets an Airbnb, so I don't have the expense of having to pay for a hotel.
Yeah, that's dope.
And I'm looking at for TPE doing an Airbnb, you know. So we'll see.
I mean, I think that's a better value because staying at the Venetian. I mean, it's cool for location wise, but Airbnb is more comfortable to me.
Oh yeah, no. TPE. I usually stay at the Rio because it's cheap.
Yeah.
You know,
So the last like maybe 6 times I've been to Vegas, I've stayed at Sahara. The Cash Bar is my spot.
my problem with the Sahara is their beds are uncomfortable.
Oh, I've never had a problem. Maybe it's a Marine in me. I don't know, but
It may be the Marine
yeah,
in
I've
me.
never.
I mean, I'm getting old. That's like my only prerequisite for a hotel. It could look like trash, but man, I need a comfy bed.
Those hips. Gotta keep those
For
hips
the
comfortable.
hips and the fact we're on that floor all day long walking. My feet are killing me.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I
That's an
want it.
understatement.
I want a comfy bed that feels good on my hip, and I can rest my feet after 17 hours of
For real. You're not exaggerating. No, you're real. No, yeah,
walking and going to all the parties and all the bars and
yeah,
everything. By the time you get in at 3, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, man, you want a comfortable rest.
yep,
You
yep.
as a Marine, yeah, you could they could have rocks set up on the floor and you'd be fine. You know, I used to be like that too. I could sleep on a bed of rocks. Now, nah, man, that's my only. I need a comfy bed.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I'm
That's it.
my ways are changing with my age, but maybe easier nowadays.
You
But
know,
I'm definitely changing. Definitely changing.
all the years of working manual labor, I only have one prerequisite: comfy bed. That's it.
I hear you, man. I can't do so shout out to all the blue collar workers, but I'm an office guy. I need to keep my manicure nice. You know.
That's right. You don't have these rough man hands like I got. You know, that are all calloused up and torn up from putting these big bear paws into little tight spaces.
I, so so one misconception about me is yeah I have soft hands. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. But I'm still masculine as fuck. Like I hate when people be like, "Oh, your hands so soft. You don't be working hard." So I do. My skincare routine is a little
No,
bit
but
different though.
there's nothing wrong with a man having creamy, lotiony hands. I mean, you can't grip a tackle box or shoot a gun, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Hey, I'm good as fucking. I'm good at shooting.
You know,
I'm good as fucking
which is
shooting.
if a gun's needed, you will just call in a real man that can. The gun won't slide out of his hands.
Yeah. Anytime I need some game bang, I'm calling Denny. Hey, Denny, can you
That's right.
go get
I show up. With the arsenal,
with the man hands?
with the
He
man
comes
hands.
through with the man hands.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah. Ah. Yes. Man, I have loved having you on, brother. Thank you so much for carving out the time coming on.
No, thank you, man. It's a privilege and honor, man, for real. 100%. No, thank you so
I
much.
appreciate it. Make sure you keep a lookout later next week for all the details dropping on Cigar Rocktober going down next week. It'll be a banger of a time. So if you're in the Dallas area or planning on wanting to travel to the Dallas area, make sure you at least go hit up a couple of events, man. It'll be a lot of fun. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, down in the description, there's links to everything Cigar Rockstar, so you can go follow him on all his social media platforms. If you're watching on LinkedIn, the two people who watch on LinkedIn, figure out which link takes you where, because I have no clue.
Hey, follow at your own risk. Follow at your own risk.
Follow at your own risk. Don't follow while you're sitting at your work computer. Okay, you don't need IT blowing up your phone or your email because of what are you looking at? Why are you looking at a chicken leg guy bare ass trying to cook something?
With a cigar in his mouth.
With a cigar.
Yeah. Always cigars. This? Always cigars. Always.
That's right.
Always.
Yeah.
No, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. 100%, man. Yeah, I got a lot of respect for you, man. You're a brother to me, man. And thank you, sir, for real. 100%.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate it. Wanted to have you on for a while, man. I love what you do. I love your vibes. I love what you do for the community and the culture out there, man. You're an ambassador for the people out there, and we need more people like you out there doing what you do.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate
Next week, got the people behind the luxury boutique line We the Business will be my guest.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So come hang out with us next week, learn about their luxury boutique line and what they're all about. I'm excited. I've been staring at them cigars they sent me, wanting to fire them up. I'm like, I gotta hold off and wait till next week, man. They look good. They look good.
Yeah, I never had them. I've seen them though. Their marketing is pretty good, and I've never had them, but I've seen them. I've heard great things about them for sure.
So I'm excited to fire those up next week and talk with them about what they're all about. Like I said, they got good marketing, and I'm always down to trying something different and unique, especially from an ultra luxury boutique line. So
for sure.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure if you're not following Rockstar, you go and follow. Well, there we go. This way. I'm not used to the camera pointing. This way. Follow Rockstar. This guy right here.
Please do.
Links to all his socials are down in the descriptions below. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys were awesome, man. You guys blew the chat up there for a while, man. I had a lot of fun talking with all of you, and thank you so much. And we will see you next time around. Take care. Be safe out there. Don't do anything we wouldn't do because we're sweet and innocent boys, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, man. All right, bro.